was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. What up? When I was a little boy, I put my hood on my back. All eyes on me and nobody cut me no slack. While bowling up and down, that cold money was all I thought. And daddy was selling drugs, so it made me say fuck sports. Him teaching me the game, felt like he was passing the torch. In front of projects, I jumped off the stoop, not a port. My OGs was my idols, not no Meech or Rick Ross. And remember, to be a boss, life was always the cause. I carry Christ on my back, that's why they call me the cross. And whenever shit was rough, I just hustle and stay my course. And every time I pull myself back on my feet, digging my cleats. Every step I take, rip up the streets. A gun in a vest, some money and weed is all I need. When I hit the block, my mama started losing her sleep. To love a nigga like me is really not for the weak. I became a villain after that 100 bullets ate up my Uncle G. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I'm hands-on, my kids ain't raised by no iPad. I show up every day, if you a man, try that. Can't call yourself a man if you make a child and deny that.
What up, cousins? Welcome to another episode of Good Dad Bad Son with your favorite cousins, Will and BJ. We got Davon in the building. What's good, y'all?
What's up with it?
What up, cuzos? How y'all doing? That's the week.
We doing. It's been
I'm talking about. Wifey loved the pictures you put on Facebook too, Will. That's how to them. Like, yes, babe, that's Will's class. Yes. Yeah, I'm excited. I'm like, babe, we gotta get cars so you can get back and forth.
Yeah,
you can go as soon as we get it with. Yeah, definitely. So she definitely want to be a part of the class.
We're gonna take care of her. I appreciate y'all too.
Not crazy week, huh?
I kind of been in a bad mood all day today. As soon as I found out
about Auntie.
Yeah, man. Rest in peace, Queen Mother Auntie Assata Shakur, man.
100.
Yeah. Rest in peace. Rest in peace.
I wanted her to outlive everybody.
Right.
Especially all of them.
Yeah.
I wanted her to outlive Barack, all them niggas. You know what I mean? Trump.
Is that Barack doubled the bounty on her, didn't
he?
Yeah. Dirtbag.
Yeah, but like my mom said, it's better that she got up out of here.
Yeah, it's better that it goes that way. Now nobody chasing her.
Yeah.
And nobody chasing.
They probably was about to get on. They probably was about to go over there and invade Cuba for her.
It wouldn't have been. If they would have invaded Cuba for that woman, this country would have been looked at in a totally different light with me. Nah, it was a bunch of other things we could be doing other than that. Yeah, true.
So they wouldn't have came out and outright said it, but that's what it would have been.
Yeah, they'd have just sent a Navy SEALs team over there to slit her throat. Mm-hmm. One of them said that though.
What's up, Aunt Mimi?
Not for nothing. I didn't hear how she officially passed. How did she pass?
I haven't heard either.
I don't know. I ain't look at the
the
autopsy report. I don't think it is an autopsy report yet, but
yeah.
I'm trying to get a picture now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seen your boy.
How y'all feel? What y'all think about that? How y'all feel, man? Assata Shakur, man.
A real one.
That's everybody. That's our auntie, bro. My
There
man. We had Red on here one day, and he had an interesting Facebook post. He said he wished we celebrated our activists the way we celebrate our entertainers and ball players.
Yeah.
That's a hell of a point.
Yeah.
I was on the live with Red and Calvin earlier.
Okay.
We went live.
Okay.
Talking about the Tennessee joint, but we'll get into that too. Okay. What's up? Who we got in the chat?
What up, Suleiman? We got Auntie Mimi. We got
Peace, y'all. Why it sound so low?
Up to the chat.
It's probably on my end. What's up, Suleiman? What's up, Auntie? What up, Felicia? The usual suspect.
Up to the chat. Cross not in here yet.
Rest in peace, Assata Shakur, man.
Facts. R.I.P. Assata Auntie.
Queen Mother Auntie Assata Shakur. We get into
That's,
some stuff with Assata. I
Tupac
read her
Queen
autobiography
Mother,
in the
right?
joint. My mom's had sent me her autobiography. It was dope.
I'm gonna listen to it tonight. I seen it come up on my timeline.
Yeah.
It's on YouTube. I'm gonna
I
listen
should
to
have
it.
bought it when we talked about her before. I ain't gonna be able to afford it now.
What's that?
The book.
Oh, what's popping, Josh?
What's up, Josh? I should have bought it when
Yeah.
we talked about her a minute ago, almost a year
I think
ago.
it's on YouTube for real. For real. I seen the chapters on
Yeah.
YouTube. I was looking for some stuff. I seen the chapters on YouTube. I left my books in there. I ain't tell you. I left my books with them niggas to read.
Got you.
I had her autobiography. I read hers. Then I read Fidel Castro's.
Okay.
Fidel Castro's was like this, 900 pages, small letters. Read his autobiography.
I know Fidel must have been a great read. I ain't gonna hold you, man. I wish I'd have read different books in prison when I did my time.
When you read Castro joint, did he genuinely seem like he wanted to help us, or he just wanted to stick it to the United
Nah,
States?
Castro is pro-African, bro.
Okay.
Castro
What
is
up, twin?
pro-African, bro. It wasn't no mistake. What up, twin? It wasn't no mistake at all with Castro.
Okay.
His parents used to send him to Africa every summer.
Okay.
So he was a kid growing up in Africa at his grandmother's house. His grandmother is African.
Okay.
So it was instilled in him from a child. So he always knew where he came from. That's why he always sent his doctors. That's why he always helped Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, he sent his doctors over there. He sent military over there. He pro-African for sure.
He was gonna be public enemy number one no matter what.
Yeah.
Sidebar question: y'all think America should pull out of Africa? Anything we doing out there? You think America tries to help Africa?
No.
America doesn't help anyone.
America helped itself.
America don't help
I was
nobody.
just asking. I don't think so either. I was just asking y'all opinion.
America doesn't help anyone but Israel.
Hey, Mom
Yeah.
Brooks in the building.
Mama love.
Suleiman said, "Shout out to Cuba, Fidel Castro for giving."
Shout out to
us
Cuba.
refuge.
Salute to Fidel.
Shout out to Cuba.
Salute to Fidel. My fault.
Hell, Auntie down for what, 30 some odd years?
Yeah.
Longer than that. She escaped in like 78 or something, 79.
Yeah, it was longer than that, 40 something years.
He granted her refuge in like 80 something, early 80s.
Close to 50 years. Close to 50 years.
Homeboy that was in the car with her, they let him out a couple years ago. He was like
Yeah.
80 something, but he was like had Alzheimer's and all that by then. So
He didn't even remember what he did.
they just let him out to save a few dollars. What up, Cal?
Crazy.
How y'all feel about Assata, man? Peace. Rest in peace. Power in paradise. Yes, ma'am.
Putting in their
Queen Assata. Yes, ma'am.
And we got stupid people like Doug coming out with albums with whiteface.
I don't care nothing about none of that. Yeah. He trying to
Wow.
sell albums.
Yeah, I'm just saying that the contrast of what was 50 years ago to what we do now is wow.
It said Auntie fought for nothing.
I mean, everybody ain't gonna be on the same page. That's with every race. We was just talking about that on live. Mm-hmm. Everybody ain't gonna be on the same page. Keep going. Yeah. She influenced the people she was supposed to influence.
Touch what she was.
Who's supposed to be following Young Thug?
Yeah.
Who's supposed to be following
Nothing
Young
but
Thug?
them gang banger niggas and stupid niggas. Yeah, we might need the rappers help influence some of these white folks.
Pull up this joint.
Lugbala Shakur, born on July 16, 1947 in New York City, is a former member of the Black Liberation Army. On May 2, 1973, Shakur was involved in a shootout on the New Jersey Turnpike during a traffic stop. The incident resulted in the deaths of Trooper Forster and a fellow BLA member, Zaid Malik Shakur. Assata was shot and later captured. In 1977, she was convicted of first-degree murder and sentenced to life in prison. Her trial was marked by allegations of police misconduct and a lack of credible evidence against her, leading many to view her as a political prisoner. In 1979, Shakur escaped from prison with the help of BLA members posing as visitors. She fled to Cuba, where she has lived in exile since 1984. The U.S. government placed her on the most wanted terrorists list, with a $2 million reward for her capture.
It was 1 million, and they raised it.
Not too long ago, they raised it to 2 million. I remember when it hit the news.
Yeah. When Obama was in office.
Originally, it was $1 million from the feds and then $1 million from Jersey. But then the Fed just upped theirs last couple.
I think they upped it twice, right? I think they upped it again. Obama and them upped it one time, and I think Trump and them upped it, or Biden. No, Biden and them, one of them.
I think it was Trump.
I was put in a maximum security unit in a cell with 2 guards in front of the cell 24 hours a day, and a cell between 2 gun towers that could train them directly on the cell. I was told that I was in the Yardville unit for women, even though I was the only woman. And they tried to keep me there for the rest of my life. My grandmother came to visit me there to tell me a dream. And she came with all of my family, and everybody was happy. And I'm like, what's happening with y'all? You're in this, no. She had a dream. And I was like, okay. And so my grandmother's dream was that she was dressing me, that she was in an old house that she lived in when she lived in New York still. And she was putting clothes on me. I said, is that the dream? She said, that's the dream. And I said, well, was I little or big? She said, no. You were big. So I said, oh my God, the only time people dress anybody when they're grown is when they're dead. And so she said, no. I know what you're thinking. No. What this dream means is that you are going to leave this prison. I don't know when, but it's going to be much less time than you've already spent here.
Yep. They never could break her spirit.
Grandmas be knowing what time it is, bro.
And shout out to the
old times.
Shout out to the Black Panthers that came and snatched up out of there.
Man, you read my mind. How the hell did they get her out of there? I want to know how in the world, because it's the 70s. I mean, 80s. It's not like prisons was completely like unsecure back then. Prisons was pretty secure back then. So they did something to get out of there.
Fact, Shakur. That's a fact. Will, can you turn your mic up? I hear Davon loud.
How about now?
No, it sounds the same. It might be on mine. I just wanted the people to hear you.
Man, but yeah, she's amazing. They're amazing. They're amazing for that. Yeah, they're amazing for that. But part of it makes me mad too, because I just know if Black people get like that, to be honest, I don't think we'll see it. I don't think we'll see it. If we'll be in rocking chairs, we won't be doing this.
It has happened, I'm sure. They're not going to publicize it because they don't want to encourage nobody.
What's that?
She ain't the only one been broken out of a prison or escaped.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, I mean, like, I don't think
they
Black
don't
people
publicize their losses.
Like nah, you're right.
I has an argument with that. I think that when people said that people learn basically by observation and participation, I think that everybody caught on to that. So what we're saying very simply is that if they learn by observation and participation, that we need to do more acting than we need to do writing. And I think the Black Panther Party is doing that. That we didn't talk about a Breakfast for Children program, we've got one. We're not going to tell you how many kids we intend to feed in Chicago. We're feeding 3,000 to 4,000 every week already, and I don't know how many all around the country. We're not talking about beginning to think about treating people free when they need medical services. We're opening a free health clinic in the city of Chicago in less than 3 weeks. These are the type of examples that people can relate to.
The immediate, violent, criminal reaction of the occupants in shooting at announced police officers emphasizes the extreme viciousness of the Black Panther Party. So does their refusal to cease firing at the police officers when urged to do so several times.
Ed Hanrahan, who was the political heir apparent of Mayor Daley, wanted to take credit for having killed this Black Panther leader. So he went on television, and he went on television explaining how Fred Hampton had come out of his bedroom firing a pistol, and how all the Panthers inside had repeatedly broken ceasefires and repeatedly fired at the police. The problem is when you fire a bullet, two things happen. You have a shell that comes from your gun, and you have a bullet that comes out the other end. When the evidence was all gathered, it turned out that all the shells that were found in the apartment came from police weapons, with the possible exception of one. All the bullet holes, the directions of those bullet holes, were all coming inside from outside. That is, showed that they were fired by the police. So that all of the evidence that Hanrahan said, all the evidence that was gathered, proved that it was the police who fired, not the Panthers. Hanrahan went even further and actually pointed to places on the back door, which he said were evidence in pictures that the Panthers fired. The press themselves, when they looked closely at these pictures and returned to the scene, discovered that these were in fact nail heads and weren't bullet holes at all. The federal government at first appeared to be coming in and do a neutral investigation. And what the federal government did find, of course, was that it was the police and not the Panthers who had fired. Under their cover, though, the federal government, under the cover of appearing neutral, the federal government hid their own role, which was that it was their informant who had gotten a floor plan of the apartment, and their informant had given their floor plan to Ed Hanrahan's raiders.
I was supposed to be in one of the murdered Panthers, okay? However, my plans changed that evening, and the informant, William O'Neill, was unaware of the change in plans that I had made. So my plans had changed, and I was not in the apartment. Oh, I was in the apartment early, but I left the apartment. And so I wasn't there. So they went to plan 2 in order to get rid of me. They raided my apartment the next morning on December 5th, shot my door down, and they thought that I was in the apartment.
There had been a systematic effort by the FBI in Chicago and nationally to destroy the Panthers. Previously, the FBI in Chicago had sent a letter to the head of the El Rukns, Jeff Fort, telling him the Panthers were trying to assassinate him. Didn't he want to take some action to prevent that? They had deliberately attempted to provoke things between the Panthers and other groups and attempted to discredit the Panthers publicly.
They didn't have to kill every leader. All they had to do was kill one of the most important and up-and-coming and messianic leaders who was doing what Fred Hampton was doing, to send the message to all those young folks, whether they be black or white or Latin or whatever, who wanted to get involved in the struggle, that these are, this is the game that you're getting involved in. We'll kill you in your bed.
We'll kill you in your bed. Dex, what up, Dex? Yeah, I'm the only person to get banned from the gym in Lawrenceville by the old white man. I told him he see the Malcolm X in me. I told him we was having an argument, whatever. And I was like, man, you just don't like me because you see the Malcolm X in me. He told me don't ever come back. Niggas done have fights up there. Niggas done broke niggas' jaws up there. Niggas done pull knives down on people up there all the time. I'm the only person to get banned. Dex was there. That's what Dex talking about. What up, Kurt?
Hey, how y'all doing?
Big Kurt.
Cool.
G.
Hey, do y'all think the black community is overpopulated? Anybody?
Yes and no.
Anybody?
Yes
Anyone? Somebody? Anybody?
Yes and no. Yeah, we overpopulated in certain like of course in the areas and communities we're in. It's just, we're just too many of us there. We need to spread out, go other places, learn other things and shit like that.
That's
So
yes.
yeah, we
I don't understand the yes or no thing. I ain't gonna lie. Is it if it's either overpopulated or it ain't? I don't understand the yes and
then
no, man.
I guess it's a no
Honestly.
because there's none of us in the middle of the country like that, or
Black Card Podcast said no. Shakura said no. I'm gonna go no too. I don't see how we overpopulated and there's thousands of us dying every year by the hands of another black person.
Yeah.
And let's not include the abortions. What you think, Kurt? What you think, Will? Your joint muted, Will.
No, I don't think we overpopulated at all. It ain't enough of us.
And to begin with.
Yeah.
To begin with. Suleiman said the promotion of abortion was the racist dream. We would be quadruple if black people wasn't killing our own. I agree. Josh said no.
What up, Dre? Appreciate you.
I'm happy like those Panthers. We'll never see that again, Ma.
No,
we'll never see anything
man.
like the Panthers, like the Haitians, the ones that fought for their freedom. We'll never see those again. It's over with. It's over. What you think, Kurt? We can move on if you ain't got no comment.
No, I don't think we overpopulated.
Everybody agree on that. Huh?
Yeah.
Hold on, let me see.
Where you got that from? Where you seen that at?
This lady was talking about parenthood.
Mm-hmm.
Planned Parenthood, and matter of fact, I'm about to play the clip now.
Okay.
They ain't got no sound. That's crazy.
Let
me send it to you, Will. See if you could get it in. Maybe it's just me.
Okay.
They ain't got no sound.
Mom Duke said maybe if they stop giving them hormone blockers, we will. they blocking our masculinity, giving us some estrogen shots.
Putting all that stuff in the soda, in the juice.
I send it to your one breath email.
All right.
Maybe you could bring it up because it was actually I actually do want y'all to see it.
You heard it had sound earlier when you.
Yeah, it got sound on my phone, but just when I sent it in.
Okay. I got you.
Maybe if they start getting hormone blockers, we will. No, we're not overpopulated. No one thinks we're overpopulated. We got a black woman in this clip though that feels like we overpopulated. That Planned Parenthood is a good thing for the black community. Just got to get it to work. Kurt, what you got going on?
Oh, nothing much.
This the time y'all could talk. This the time for y'all to talk. This the time for y'all to talk.
No. What's the fun in that? They gotta interrupt people.
This the time. Yeah, this the time for y'all to talk. Now y'all want to be quiet.
Will, what you talking about, man? Just sit back there and make sure you keep producing this thing right.
Don't end up backstage.
You already done blocked me on the chat.
Don't make me keep doing
You don't know how to work your phone, Kurt.
Hey, Davon, just quit jumping on the bandwagon every time. Hey,
that's true.
What bandwagon? What bandwagon?
The man hit me at 6 a.m. talking about. I think I'm blocked on the chat. Can you look into that? Because I work for him.
There's plenty of land in the South, Suleiman. Plenty of land in the South. There's land up north too.
Land in the middle of the country. I think we need to go back to learning being ranchers and all that again too, like cropping and cattle and chickens and all of that.
Nice pictures, Will. That's from Monty. Yeah, those are some nice pictures in the back.
Appreciate it.
Some nice pictures right
We need to get back to all of that.
I was trying to audition for the Jackson 5, Auntie.
You can hear it, Will? You got sound?
Yeah, it ain't coming through like it usually comes through. I must don't have the same capabilities you have.
What happened?
Cause it's trying to get me to do it as a link instead of the way we usually do it as a download.
Mhm.
Hey, you got a topic, Davon? Yeah.
Yeah, you saw what's going on with Dame and Cam and all that.
We definitely need more entrepreneurs, though. Independent black businesses promoting health, spirituality, and wellness.
All right, here we
Yeah,
go.
that's funny.
I
Hold on,
agree.
gang.
Now, Planned Parenthood actually helps the black community just in regards to helping us not be overpopulated. Right? The black community is overpopulated. It is.
There have been 20 million black children aborted since 1973. Do you think that's a good or bad thing?
So the black community is still overpopulated because of our government. It is. Gang relations.
The black community
Stop talking
is
so I can
below
finish.
replacement rate.
Stop talking so I can finish.
You just said that there are too many black people. How can you say that?
So I didn't say that.
You said Planned Parenthood's helping you because the black population is too overpopulated.
Is that what I said?
That is
Play the
eugenic
clip back.
statement, man.
Is that what you believe I said?
No, did you
Is that what I
say
said?
the black population is too overpopulated?
The black community is overpopulated. Yes, it is.
Statistically,
like your narrative
African Americans are below replacement rate. There are more abortions happening than live births.
There she go.
I wonder.
The sad part is white people. White people is the one telling black people about they community.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie Kirk done started all types of shit. I ain't never seen her before.
I don't even think she white.
You never see her before. But yeah,
Yeah, but it's funny that
she thought she feel like black community is overpopulated.
I want to hear her. I want to hear the rest of what she had to say. Because why does she believe it?
What up, Head?
What up, Head? I was thinking maybe she in one of those overpopulated communities in the city.
Black card.
I think she probably in the hood or something.
Suleiman said another black person want all the EBT to themselves.
Mm-hmm. That's what I'm saying. That's why we gotta get out to the middle of the country, to other parts of the country. It's more than just the hood, man. Best thing that ever happened to me was leaving New York.
All of us, I think we all could agree.
Well, I gotta get outside, man. World's a big place, man.
I think the young lady was talking from the perspective, like you said, Davon. She probably in the inner city, and that's all she see. So she, you know, she don't see outside the box. She don't see outside of that urban inner city. Blacks on every block. You know what I'm saying? She don't go to the county. She don't go out there where it's, as we say, integrated, where it's, it's a lot.
What about what y'all think about pastors? What y'all think about the church growing and selling weed?
Say what? That's a real thing?
What y'all think about the church growing and selling weed?
Why not? It's a herb.
Well, you got the comments? You got the comments, Will?
Yes, sir.
All right. What you say, Kurt?
Why not? It's just a herb. It's like lettuce. I say, hey, look, they even participated in it, all kind of other stuff. Why not get some money?
You said weed is like lettuce?
Yeah, it's a natural herb.
I know it's grown. I know older people are smoking more weed nowadays, and I'm pretty sure a lot of them older people still attend church. So I mean, if the pastor could grow weed and you know what I mean, and maybe hand it out like everything else,
Well,
like
actually,
food,
older
if it help
folks
with
been
pain and
smoking.
all that.
Actually, older folks been smoking weed for a long time. It
Yeah,
just
but I'm just saying statistically the numbers are going up. It just means all
well,
the younger people who were smoking weed back in the day are getting older now. That's all it is.
well,
So
what I'm
what?
saying, back in the days, they were smoking. They just wasn't keep, because it was illegal. People wasn't showing it. Like, remember, Bill Clinton said, I smoked weed, but I just didn't inhale it. We used to sit out on a place they called Hippie Hill back in the 60s and 70s, with tie-dye shirts and stuff, listening to Sly and the Family Stone. I mean, weed smoke been, that's been a mainstay, especially in black communities for as far back as I can go.
Yo.
It,
So
it
wait a
just,
minute, man. Wait a minute.
I don't like it. It's
Should
like
the
another
church
way
be
of the
growing and selling
no,
weed? I don't care what y'all was doing back in the days. I don't
no, they
care about
that's
none
shouldn't.
of
what
that.
I'm
What y'all
saying.
was doing.
I already gave you my answer. I say
Okay,
I
so your
think it,
answer was yes. Your answer was yes, right?
Yeah, might as well. So what? Yeah, let them
Everybody,
sell weed.
Kurt, your answer was yes. Davon, you said yes. Will, what you said?
Yup.
No, that's another way of the
No.
church pimping the
Yeah, I don't agree with
congregation.
that. Why would the church be growing and selling weed? If that's the case, they might as well grow and sell poppy seeds too. Or,
Poppy
or,
seeds is getting poppy.
or
No, it's not the same thing because in most places poppy seeds is illegal. Weed is becoming legal in most states, so it's not like they're doing something illegal anyway. So if they're legally selling weed in the state where they can and sell it, then why not? What's the problem?
so if they made poppy seeds legal, the church should grow and sell poppy seeds too. Then
But that's not the reality of the
just
situation. The
because it's
reality
legal.
is your poppy seeds is illegal. That's cocaine and all that. So no, you can't sell that. We're
Weed
not
is
talking
not
about that.
legal.
Weed is legal.
Weed is federally still illegal in the whole country. Still,
Yes, and there's still and that's true,
weed
but
is
there are
illegal in
still
Georgia. You
places.
live in Georgia. Weed is illegal in Georgia.
Very true. But that's
All
not the
right.
same
So
case for California. There's weed
we ain't
farms
talking
all
about
over the
you live
place.
in Georgia. We all in Georgia, except for Kurt. We in Georgia. So in Georgia, all right. So you saying yeah, as long as it's legal, they can sell it. Okay.
Who benefiting from the
I'm not
church
talking about. I'm
selling the
not talking
weed?
about man law when it comes to church and spirituality and stuff. So niggas supposed to be coming to church high to praise
Church say
God.
come how you are.
Your mental is supposed to be what they call that. Blurred. You're
Partly
not in your
cloudy.
right. You're not in your right mental when you smoke marijuana. You're not in your right mental. You're supposed to be coming to the house of worship, not in your right mental.
there's some people that would disagree with you on that. Some people smoke, spiritually.
Man,
Remember,
it's
they
just
smoke a peace pipe.
nonsense.
Remember,
They
they
could grow
smoke a peace.
food. They could get a garden. High as groceries is.
They don't even want to grow. They don't want to grow food. They want to grow weed and sell weed. They want to be drug dealers. They want to be drug dealers.
You keep saying it's a drug and it's a herb.
Bro, you know how
Every
much
drug is a
groceries
herb at
cost?
one point.
They could grow lettuce and like you was just saying,
Every drug
Okay.
is a herb at one point.
raise chickens, cattle, something. Something that's gonna benefit everybberry. I don't smoke
I
weed, so it
said
don't
that
Niggas
benefit
just
me.
sell
earlier in
weed
this.
too. I
I
know they're
said
not
this
trying to push
earlier.
that on the. Yeah.
I
That's
said that
you know who
earlier
they
in this
selling
very
weed to.
same podcast. I
What's
said that
that?
earlier in this podcast.
You know who they
That's
selling
we
weed
should be
to.
doing our own cattle I just said that a couple minutes ago. We should be doing that. But
Hey, Kurt, Davon, y'all got some people with y'all. Josh said, "Why not?"
why not? Yeah, why not? I don't see the problem if it's legal, man. I don't see the problem
Fremont, I don't
at all.
understand. I don't get it. Me personally, I say no.
Bro,
I
who the
need
hell
people in my
smokes spiritually?
church to be
I
focused.
don't know.
I don't need
Kurt
people in
went
my
too
church.
far. He was on my side, so I didn't want to say nothing. Kurt went too far, but he on my side right now, so I'm gonna let him rock.
He always
Yo,
go too far.
Black Card podcast said, bro, who the hell smokes spiritually? He's probably talking about the Native Americans. He want to be Native American so bad.
I damn sure don't want to be black.
Oh my god.
He got to be
Listen, I
talking
just
about the indigenous. Kurt ain't black. Kurt ain't black. Black Card podcast. Kurt
and y'all
isn't
know
black.
how I feel
He's
about religion
what you call
anyway.
that? Indigenous.
Indigenous. Are they gonna take the
Right.
profits and the proceeds from the weed sales and help they poor church members pay their
I
rent
don't
and
What
light
know,
if
bill
man.
and
I'm
stuff?
trying
I'm
to
about to
find
say?
out.
What if they did that? I'm about to say, what if they did that?
I don't know.
What's wrong with that?
No, I'm with it. If long as the people benefiting, but we know that ain't how it's gonna go.
More than likely not.
Cause it ain't going like
And
that
I
now.
do one thing Kurt said that wasn't too crazy. That I heard pastors do worse.
That is a fact.
Hold on, y'all.
Say over the air, how Jamal Bryan is my cousin. Yes, I'm embarrassed of such. And there's nothing to publicize. They're writing me, Pastor Jennings, did you hear the latest news about your crazy cousin? Yes. Yes, I have. He got over social media publicly and is encouraging his false church to sell weed.
And a lot of churches are just recycling people from other churches. That's not who I'm after. I'm looking for people that smell like weed. I'm at a place, Rashawn. Really is. New Birth is the largest land-owning Black church in America. Wow. And so my position to my deacons is, why aren't we not raising cannabis? I'll be able to bring in Black males. They're able to do it legally. I'm teaching them farming. Oh my God. I'm helping them to enhance the ecosystem. This is the kind of conversation. So if the guy, Black boy in Bankhead said, they growing weed at the church, where do I join? Yes. I don't need.
And they are willing to buy land, to grow cannabis. In other words, they're not letting no opportunity go by if they're going to bring money. This is what a false prophet does. False prophet is an opportunist.
Facts.
The Bible speaks plain. The love of money is the root or the source of all evil.
They forgot about that.
The Bible declared, while some have coveted after, they have erred from the faith or from the truth and have pierced themselves through with many sorrows. So yes, I heard what the heathen said. He's a heathen. He's of the devil. Fact. He's a sinner.
Now, can I say something about that last statement?
Go ahead.
Gino ain't no joke. Go ahead, bro.
He speaks with forked tongue. I guarantee you, right after he said that, he passed around the plate for him some money, talking about a tie. You know what I'm saying? Talking about, for the love of money is the root to all evil. But let's pass around this tray so I can get a tenth of everything you earn for that whole week. Stop it.
You're trying to compare that to
he pushing the same narrative. He wants money the way he want to get it, because trust me, I don't know too many what you call pastors that ain't dirty. They get out dirty. They take the people's money. They drive Mercedes and Lexus trucks, while they parishes got to catch Uber to work to church. They ain't giving back to the church. They say you pass around, we pass around the tithe thing because we got to pay the rent. We got to do this. We got to build that and build this.
So your point is sell weed to the people.
If it's legal, why not? They sell plates in after church. They sell them dinner plates.
Some y'all help me out in the chat. Y'all church sell plates to y'all?
Let me ask you this question.
The scripture changes with the government, and it's not supposed to be church and government together, Dre.
Exactly.
Church and state.
So so when they legalize prostitution, they'll be selling vagina in the church too.
They doing that now.
Come man, Kurt, stop it, man.
Stop it.
See, I'm not gonna go with Kurt. Listen. First off, he ignored everything the man just said. He said, if I'm bringing Black kids out of their communities to learn how to, one thing's a fact, if you learn how to grow weed, you learn how to grow other things as well. So if I'm learning how to grow weed, I know how to grow tomatoes and other, y'all can do all that too, but whatever, cool. They could do all that thing. If you telling me I just saved 10 kids from doing 10 other worse things from selling weed, then cool, I'm a sinner. Then that's what. And then that's another thing too. You're basing what somebody. That's why I hate the church. That's why I hate all these religions. I hate every last one of y'all because it's a way to divide. Once again, somebody's a sinner now because they look at helping the community a different way. That's crazy to me. That don't make no sense. I'm helping the community in my way, in the way I see fit. Nobody killed nobody. Nobody robbed nobody. Nobody got shot. Nobody died today. What they learn how to do, shit that they're gonna do anyway, like smoke weed. One thing Kurt right about. We've been smoking weed since forever. BJ, I passed a blunt to you before, so you smoked before. You don't smoke now, you smoked before.
That's
People,
besides the point, bro. That's all of
that's
that is
not
besides
besides
the
the point.
point.
The point
We
is
talking
that
about
people,
church. Why you
we,
talking about me and we talking about church?
okay, we talking
Why
about
we
this
talking
in the
about
church
you
because
passing me a blunt and we talking about a pastor talking about growing and selling weed? That's what we
we
talking
talk
about.
because he feel like, okay, that pastor who's involved with the church and God and everything sees a way, a way for his community where he can get them away from the violent acts through weed. That's not a problem with me. He said the first thing he said is legally. If it's legally, then what's wrong? We're not talking about then you could take it to selling coochie and selling coke, but that's not what's legal. That's an if factor
Prostitution is legal in Nevada, so
in
churches in
Nevada.
Nevada should be selling should allow prostitution in a church.
No,
Then,
I don't think churches in Nevada should allow prostitution in their church. I
so now
think that's
you
two
pick. So
totally
now
different
you
things.
picking and choosing. If that pastor, from your logic, if that pastor feels like prostitution is going to bring his female, bring more females to the congregation, black women, young females that's lost in these streets. You know what? I don't want them in the streets. I'd rather them do what they do in the church where it's safe. I even have rooms back here for them. I don't even want to take no money from them. I'd rather them bring their Johns to the church. So this way I get the whores and the Johns.
See, that's where we differ. I don't believe that's teaching them anything. You're teaching them something negative. Where, in other words, to me personally, I don't think learning how to growing weed is a negative thing. I don't view that as negative.
Okay.
I view being a prostitute and all that as a negative action. That's something I don't want to see my
And
black women go through.
at any point when you're growing that weed, the feds could come once you whatever you accomplish. The feds could come and take everything, take you to jail, take all your land, take the church, take everything that's involved. Take it because marijuana is illegal federally, nationwide, all through
That
America.
that is very true. And also what is very true, there are weed dispensaries, there are dispensaries all over through America that have to get the weed from farms. So there are legal farms that are supplying these facilities.
The farms are not legal, Davon. Listen to what I'm
Then how
saying.
did- then
Listen,
how are the
you got to
stores there,
listen to what I'm
BJ?
saying and comprehend what I'm saying. Marijuana is not legal in America federally. Y'all don't remember when Obama was going to burn all the farms in California and Colorado? I remember that. I
I
remember
remember
when
that
Obama
too.
was
But
talking about burning all the farms in Colorado and California. They told him he better not.
weed
That's
is
it.
going through its own version of prohibition right now, just like alcohol, just like liquor. Do we view liquor as some type of evil sin?
But the church not selling it, bro. They gotta stay in their lane.
What y'all basically saying because it's legal and the church can make some money off of it. Yeah, the church is cool with it's cool.
So can I ask you a question? If a pastor owned a liquor store, he wrong?
Yeah,
He employed black people to sell liquor. He wrong?
y'all equating employing black people to spiritual and faith. You can't compare the two. Just because something is legal, you can't say okay, it's all right for a spiritual person to do that. A pastor, a man of God that's leading people to faith can do it because man said it's legal. Man saying a lot of things is legal. Now they saying gay marriage is legal. So the pastor should be marrying gays. The pastor should be marrying gays in a church because gay marriage is legal. I think it's legal in Georgia. I don't know. I don't know where it's legal at, but wherever it's legal at, because it's legal in states in America, churches should abide by that also and marry gay people in their church. And you better not refuse.
Yeah. Like I said, if that's the case, then get your bread. How you get your bread? That's going to be.
I agree with that. I agree with that, Platinum. How about teaching the youth how to grow farm, agriculture, food?
I said that first before
What
this
we can live
topic
off
even
of.
came up. I said that before this topic even came up.
What we can live off
When
of.
we was talking about the last topic, I said that.
You know what I mean? I agree.
Why the church? Hold on, another one from Black Card Podcast. Why the church don't offer CNA classes, construction classes, HVAC classes? Your go-to is growing
Physics.
weed.
I agree, all those things, but all of those things aren't in our community. Once again, he said he's trying to find a way to patch kids that are in places that he can reach.
And we saying drugs
it's not
ain't
just
the way.
about that.
We saying there's better ways than drugs. That's what we saying. There's better ways than selling weed. You want to say it's a herb and all that? It's a drug that has you in another state of mind. That's why you can't drive and be high. As legal as it is, Kurt, they pull you over and they find out you were smoking weed. You lose your license. You're driving.
We all
while
smoked
the
weed, man. When you ever felt like you couldn't smoke a blunt and drive?
Dave on, I don't care about none of that. What are you talking about? It don't matter
I'm
what you
asking a
feel
question.
like.
You just I'm asking you a question.
Because niggas be drunk and feel like they can make it home and crash and die. That
I
don't
drink. I don't drink, so I can't speak. I drink a little bit, but I ain't never drink and drive. I know I've never done that. Period, because I don't drink like
we
that.
Talking about what you feel like you could do. That's the problem. Y'all smoke, and what it is see, y'all two weed heads. So y'all trying to find a way to be in church and smoking weed.
I'm not. It's not nothing to do with me being a weed head. It's nothing to do with me being a weed head.
You feel like you could. You probably feel like you do things better when you high. I'm willing to bet. You feel like you drive better when you high. You work better when you high. You might even feel like you think better when you high. That's all.
No. If I'm taking a test or something like that, no, I don't need to smoke. If it's something more like I'm getting ready to go to work or something stressful, yeah, I'm smoking beforehand.
Yeah.
If I need all my faculties, nah, I don't smoke. No.
If you need all your faculties, so why would the pastor and the church be involved in selling something to the youth that's going to take away their faculties? Why would we be involved in that? Why would the church be involved with that?
Mom Duke said people are trying to heal themselves from drug addiction and go to the church for help, not to get high.
It's legal though, man. That's what it's legal. So it's legal.
All I'm saying about
I see a greater evil.
I'll see
The
how
church, we don't acknowledge evil and deal with evil at all. That's that politics stuff and that street nigga stuff. The church, a real pastor, real church, real man of God, ain't gonna deal with evil at all. Right. Ain't gonna deal with evil at all. Go ahead.
But I know many pastors. I got a brother that's a pastor, and a lot of times, what do you see in the church? You see them same chicks that's out there hooking, come into church and get them some tricks in the church. And don't tell me the first thing the pastor says, God said, come as you are. You know what I'm saying? They come with these tight dresses, the big feather hat. All they doing is selling sex. And the pastor ain't doing nothing but taking the place of the pimp. Because he encouraged
all pastors is what I was sitting there.
You know, they promote one thing is evil and another thing is not evil. You know, I know many pastors that themselves uphold this certain standard, but be having sexual affairs with the usher ladies.
Well, those ain't the Panthers we being led by and we talking about and we highlighting.
The big church.
We talking about Geno Jennings. I don't know every pastor. You don't know every pastor.
Let's talk about the majority. A lot of them. Look at what's his name that was over Newburgh. Large following of black people. What was he doing? Having sex with boys. Promoting that, getting money from the church. Talking about he delivering a message of God out of his Bible, and behind their back, after getting their money, he having sex with boys. What about Creflo? What about that one, the fat dude, the homosexual pastor? don't hurl out your mouth one thing is evil, but something ain't evil.
But Kurt, you're
They
talking
speak
about
with.
pastors that are already evil. They're not real pastors.
So I'm saying
They're not real prophets. They're not real leaders.
that's the
Yeah, I
majority
get
of
that.
these pastors. That's the majority of these pastors that's teaching out of their so-called Bible is.
And I get that too, that all passes thing you just said, BJ. But another thing is he ain't hiding the fact that these what he's doing or whatever with the weed. It ain't something that's oh listen, oh, we caught him at the end. He was selling weed as a pastor. He's not something that he brought to the forefront as something to bring the kids in. If somebody didn't agree with it, that's fine too. But at least it wasn't something that it was done through a back door. We didn't find out afterwards. He said, yo, listen, this is how I'm about to try to bring the black community in, bring weed. I'm gonna try to teach them to do it this way. Not something we found out later at the end of it all. Oh, here's a big RICO case because the church is selling weed through the back door. That I probably would have had more of a problem with.
The thing about it, I think what it is, the reason why we ain't reaching these youths, we not meeting them where they already at. You got to meet these kids where they at. You can't just all of a sudden,
So you want the church to be the plug? Meet them where they at.
Oh my God.
I'm not saying that.
No,
That's what I
that's
heard.
exactly what y'all
That's
doing.
what I heard.
They're gonna be growing and selling weed. They're gonna be the plug.
Or
Y'all
teaching them
take
a
it too
trade.
far, man.
Hey,
Take
Y'all
it
gotta
too
agree
far,
it's a
man.
better way, man. God, that's all
I
we that's
agree there's a better way. I agree
okay.
there's a better way. Well, of course I agree to that.
All right.
That's a no-brainer. But I'm not opposed to meeting someone. I'm not opposed to meeting kids in trouble places like Kurt just said, in a halfway point. It's gotta be some type of medium because the way things are going now, but it's not working. It's not working. We can't sit here and say what these pastors are doing now is working to reach the kids. Can we say that?
We all know the church. Some churches are some nonsense, and it's just another example of that.
I agree. It's not saying this. I ain't saying it's perfectly logical. I'm definitely not saying that, but I ain't definitely. It's not illogical. It's not the worst thing I heard from a church, like we said in the beginning. It's definitely not the worst thing I heard from a church.
Because it don't even
Uh,
have to be a church thing. The church could have outreach services where they could teach young men and women how to become entrepreneurs, and if they choose to get into the weed game, then so be it. But
I agree with
for it to be
Suleiman.
a church function, I don't. That's just doing too much.
Maybe you can
And
even dress it up
Cigarettes
better
and
and say
alcohol is legal. Also, preachers are not supposed to promote it to the people. You see them collection plates also.
collection plates be there. That's one thing about it.
Our young
I heard
brothers are masters and intelligent. They are more than weed smokers. Weed don't address our character or spiritual sense. Humans have all types of things that make them feel good, but Allah. That's powerful, Suleiman. That's
Yeah, that's
powerful,
dope.
yeah, bro. That's
That's dope.
powerful.
But
Yeah,
I was going to address another a point too. The weed is our business, kind of. It's
yo,
kind
vote,
of
yo,
our business. So I think you could dress it up better and say like, "Yo, let me teach y'all how to garden. Let me teach y'all how to, you know what I mean? And maybe you learn how to grow weed from that. Then it is what it is, or whatever the case may be." But yeah, my great grandmother had a garden in her backyard in the middle of Queens. In the middle of Queens. That's how I found out I was allergic to tomatoes. Going back there, I
yeah,
always had a green thumb.
yeah, Suleiman. Most pastors say, "Come as you are." But that's come as you are, not come as you are, and we're gonna help you stay discombobulated and keep your your faculties at a low frequency. That's all weed is. You don't get nothing accomplished by smoking weed. Smoking weed is not constructive in anyone's life. The elders are supposed to teach the children. As a pastor, Davon, he should have prayed and asked God to remove that idea out of his head. That's the one of the dumbest ideas I ever heard of. For real.
That's a
That's
fact,
crazy.
Dred.
That was the good one, platinum
That's
fact.
crazy. And if they got the most, they got the New Birth had the what he said, the most
The
land
largest
in
church,
America, in the
black church,
country.
yeah.
They should have been growing. They should have been growing.
Should have been growing.
What they waiting on?
They was
Should have been
waiting on.
spent time on the phone.
They was waiting on that pastor that was doing boys. He was promoting something else.
They should have been growing.
You know, we put so much stock in what the pastor, I know a lot of I got family members that are pastors, and they don't say nothing about passing around the little wine cup and the little bread, talking about we eating the flesh of Jesus and the blood of Jesus. They don't say nothing about that.
It's not wine. It's cranberry juice and crackers.
It's supposed to represent wine.
Okay.
I don't know. I just think.
Thank you, man. Y'all can hit that like button, man. Y'all can hit that like
all
button. It's free.
All I'm saying is, it's a lot of things that is overlooked in the church. A lot of stuff that's overlooked. People that's in church
like what?
Will be able to. They gossip. They talk shit. They have inner relationships. Out of marriage relationships. They okay with that. They okay with these girls now. People, if you go to any church now,
a real pastor. We're talking about a real pastor that walks in faith is not okay with any of that.
But he allowed that in the church. I've seen
kick them out the church. What he supposed to do? Kick them out the church?
I guess he doing just what the other pastor's saying. He meeting them where they at.
No, he's not. He's not selling weed, bro. He's not selling drugs. Talking about selling drugs to the people, man. You know what I mean? I understand y'all trying to come with every such angle to make it make sense, but it's not gonna make sense to people that's serious about their faith. It's not gonna make sense. It's not gonna make sense. That's all. Allah didn't say we do what we want and everything will work out. Some acknowledgement of Allah's universal laws is needed. Respect for Allah's nature, which weed is a part of, but also being responsible.
Being responsible is the operative word.
Okay, well, we could agree to disagree. No, Kurt. It's amazing that both the weed smokers is for it, though.
No surprise. No surprise there.
Yeah, both the weed smokers don't see nothing wrong with
the money maker ain't with it. I'm surprised the money maker ain't with it. That's what I'm shocked about.
Because the church the church gonna start taking money away from the drug dealer at this point.
I don't chase every dollar. I never was like that.
Nah, I don't think so either.
I'm not gonna be with that. I ain't I ain't gonna be with that. No, sir. We going to Tennessee. This was where this was at, Tennessee State, right?
Oh, we did set up the table. man, what's up, man? Like, oppressing hell. You feel me? Like, it's a crazy day out here. He said, dude. Hold on.
What y'all think?
Downright dumb.
I don't
He
understand what
trolling.
that. Yeah, I don't understand what that was all about. But he went on a black college and solicited their behavior toward him. I mean, I don't understand that.
They're doing the same thing Charlie Kirk was doing. There's two white boys, I guess, from his team or something. I don't even know if they were Turning Point.
It's like this.
Doing the same thing Charlie Kirk was doing. They went to HBCU instead, though.
Right. It's like this. You know, we keep talking about let's separate. You know,
Facts,
like if you know somebody that's against the mega's policy and he go to their arena, what's the first thing they do? Get him out of here. They put him out. So why is these guys going there to solicit what? A negative response? They asking for a negative response. Leave those people alone. Leave
One
them
thing about
alone.
it, if
Hyper
Charlie Kirk would
emotional
have went,
society, you can disagree on points without screaming, cursing, and being violent. You can be violent without screaming and cursing. That's what I was waiting for, the violence, Suleiman. I mean, what was
But I
the
mean,
screaming
they
about?
do the same thing at those Republican conventions when I done seen Trump put people out many a time that didn't agree with his policy.
I didn't see not one time. Not one time that he put somebody out that didn't agree with their politics.
He was like, get him out. He was like, get him out of here. Get him out of here. And they put the people out.
I don't know
I mean,
about that, but
you
I
can't
know.
just be disruptive. If it's somebody being disruptive, that's one thing. But to disagree on points or something like that, I never seen them throw anybody out for that. Being disruptive, possibly. Go ahead, Davon.
Yeah, I think he had to be just trolling. If you really wanted to be there for a conversation, you ain't got to go there with the hat on. You could set up a chair, sit down, a table, a microphone, and have a conversation. But you walking through with the hat and the camera, you trying to set an emotional response from them, and to their point, you feed right into them with
Go JT.
especially the dummy who's trying to look good for the camera throwing gang signs. He's the worst out of them all. So you being emotional. I don't even know what y'all following him for. It's just weird. You're feeding into the behavior he wants to put on his camera. So it's all just a mind. They all having mind games with each other, man. I'm trying not to curse and stuff like that. So they all just having mind games with each other, man. And it's terrible. It's
What you
terrible.
think, Will?
Slaves being slaves. That white boy was probably the safest citizen in America that day. But nobody was gonna
Mm-hmm.
do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know, man. We spoke about this on the live
With Red and Calvin
Calvin
earlier.
and Red. Yeah, I think it's just
Nonsense.
corny, man. At the end of the day, they at the HBCU. They're coming to HBCU because they're really not as intelligent as Charlie is. So they really come in there to beat up on the HBCU students because they're not as intelligent as they are. You know what I'm saying? It's a high side. They know they could come to the HBCU and beat up on them kids at Tennessee State University because it shows that they're not intelligent enough to even see the play. Y'all over there screaming, yelling, man, that's corny. That's so corny, man. Stand there and have a conversation with them. Beat them at their own game. Use facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. You know what I mean? Oh, they need to leave us alone. We ain't going into the KKK areas pushing the narrative. It's school, bro. It's school. Aren't they supposed to be intellectual? The world is based off of debates, conversation. Everybody ain't gonna agree. I don't see nothing wrong with standing in front of them and debating something.
If you feel that strongly about it, then have a conversation about it. We grown now, especially being in high school. That's when you're supposed to show that you and not high school, excuse me, in college, that's when you're supposed to show that you're ready to have conversations for the world and not yell and
Was he being
scream and all that.
escorted by police?
Yeah, yeah, he had police behind him. That's another thing. None of y'all, it's a HBCU, so none of y'all are definitely doing anything to him. So, uh,
My thing about it is, were those white guys, were they trying to get enrolled in school? Why they on them people's campus?
Making
That's
to do
contact,
corny.
bro.
That's
to
corny.
to incite the same thing that they wanted, but it's corny to give them what they want. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
what?
I agree with that.
What you think? It's corny to give them what they want. What
I,
you mean by that? JT said we are all brothers and sisters. What you mean by that?
I mean, they came on the campus looking for them to act that way so they could turn the camera on and just, look at them, act like how they act. You give them what they say is right about you instead of having the conversation.
So you mean to
Word.
tell me at Tennessee, that was Tennessee State University? Well, at a university with college
Mm-hmm.
educated black kids, there's no kids there that saw that play coming. There's no kids there. We even saw that in higher learning. Ice Cube would have never let them
Mm-hmm.
niggas get away with that. Ice Cube would have stood there and engaged.
Mm-hmm.
They need to see higher learning. The
The fun part is having the conversation.
only time they got loud and all that when it was time to get with it. When it was
Mm-hmm.
time to fight. Other than that, y'all walk next to this person, in front of him, behind him, all that. Y'all surrounded him, yelling and acting ignorant and acting and looking like savages.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all played yourself. It wasn't not one
Royally.
intellectual young black adult out there that was willing to accept the challenge.
Right.
Come on. That what we saying about ourselves, about these kids.
Yeah, because
That's
they
paying
should have
all this
been,
money to go to these schools. Y'all don't want to engage in intellectual conversation with some dweebs?
because
Some
actually them
dweebs?
black kids should have been looking at them white kids as though they might be active shooters. Because what are you on the campus for? You ain't coming to learn. They wasn't coming to learn nothing.
Kurt, it's white people that go to HBCUs, right?
I understand. I said them. I didn't say anything about
They could be students there. Who knows?
Active shooter ain't gonna set a table up and all that. Active shooter just gonna come in shooting. Come
what
on.
I'm saying.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm
You ain't gonna
saying.
know the active shooters there.
What I'm saying though is, did in that clip? I didn't see them setting no table up. They were just walking through the campus.
Okay, that's just a clip. That's just a clip. You ain't gonna see a lot of things in the clip. It obviously started late
30
to after the
seconds.
fact. Yeah, but
Mm-hmm.
they set up they didn't have a permit. Charlie used to have a permit. That was the only difference between them and Charlie Kirk. Charlie had a permit. They didn't have no permit. You gotta get permits for that. That's not true. They went to the campus to have conversations in areas that usually no one engaged with people. So the guys going to universities are correct. I agree, JT. I don't see nothing wrong with that. I don't see nothing wrong with that. The only thing I see wrong is the way we responded. That's the only thing I see wrong. Because them Hebrew Israelites be on niggas' corners and ain't nobody get them a permit or nothing. Maybe they do got a permit. I don't know. But they be on the corners. The Nation of Islam be on the corners ready to talk and conversate. The Hebrew Israelites be on the corners ready to talk and conversate. Calling white people devils and stuff. So, come on.
Mm-hmm.
They scared to engage. That's all I see. Where's the black
And talk.
intellectual? Y'all didn't see the movie The Great Debaters? Y'all didn't see that?
No.
Obviously,
that was just a movie, huh? That was just a movie, huh?
They all went to go see Sinners.
Come on, man. That actually was based on a true story. But once again, that they come from a whole nother generation, a whole nother line of, ancestors. Black people with some pride in themselves. I just think it was corny. The way they acted, I think it was corny. And if it was my child that I saw acting like that, I would pull him out that school. Oh, you stupid. Come get a job.
Especially that one with the little locks throwing gang signs. It's the gang related in the HBCU.
Cat, they had a table already set up. And they left because of the violence they were meet with. Yeah. I'm glad they left because one of them fools would have ended up hitting them or something, and then it would have been a whole nother scenario.
Probably was recording to protect himself. Now you think about it.
Next time's over when this pop up at your place, BJ, you better engage. I do until it just get Stupid. Ridiculous. One thing about it, they don't want it. They don't engage with us when you speak the truth. They can't talk. They can't tell me about Jehovah. I talk directly to God. I don't know who Jehovah is. Just like when the Democrat little stud chick, white chick that came over here before Trump became president, we had a good conversation at the door for about 30 minutes, 45 minutes. Then I had to go find my dog. My dog ran away. That's the same day my Dash ran away.
Dash ain't want to hear that shit.
I had to go
got
find my
loose.
dog. Just like BJ, man. I gotta go find my dog, man.
The Great Debaters was a very good movie. Facts, Mimi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And one of them had a screwdriver out. See, I didn't even see that, JT. That's ridiculous. They should be expelled. Whoever had a screwdriver out should be expelled. Straight up. Suspended.
Suspended. Expelled is crazy. Just suspended is so it's cool.
No, them having a screwdriver out is crazy.
Yeah, that's crazy. Definitely suspended.
For two lily white boys coming to talk. It took all of that for two lily white boys coming to talk with a table and have an intellectual debate.
Right, if you ain't with it, just let them sit there and talk to themselves. You ain't got to do all that.
Weak. That's weak shit, man.
Yeah.
He posted a video of it and they reported it to the cops and the cops did not do anything. That's weak, bro. That's weak. I don't agree with that at all. I think we look bad. I think we look bad. And I'm sure TSU cost some good money. I'm sure that's probably $20,000, $30,000 a year. Word up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they should have definitely had a chance. And the debate would have went just as viral. A good
They picked the HBCU because they knew they wasn't gonna be able to stand with them. They knew it. They knew it. They knew it, man. And they didn't even have nobody. They ain't had not one person that was gonna contend. That's sad. That's what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
That's the sad part.
I think it was a setup.
It could have been. It could have been a setup. I mean, what was the setup? Coming to talk? They set them up by coming to talk? I guess.
Yeah.
Where we have nothing and no money, nothing, and everybody talks about us and hates us for some reason.
I know why.
Why? Why is that?
Because blacks are the most
Influential
group of people on this side of heaven. Because the blacks are so angry and mean and nasty and afraid and begging and whining and complaining that most people don't like them anymore.
That's true.
They're sick of them.
That's true. Me too.
You're sick of them too?
Yeah.
You're sick of black people?
Yeah, but I love them.
And why do you love them?
Because that's my duty.
Why are you sick of them?
For what you just said, because of the complaining, like even like in the sense of like, if I say, okay, I understand what Trump is saying, you know, it's like people automatically just turn negative to you. It's like, so if I say I like Hillary or if I like anything that you say, I'm good. And it's like, that's kind of weird.
Yeah, it is.
That's why I asked you, what is a coon? It's like, I started thinking about it. I was like, because I watch you, Jesse, you're a very intelligent, you know how to listen, right? And I notice when people ask you a question, how you skip past their questions, but you don't like them doing to you, but you do it. They're not as determined as you are. Right. So like with Tariq, when he asked you about the Jews being stupid because of them being put into the Holocaust, and you just changed the subject.
The Jews being stupid?
Yeah, because you had brought up a point of he kept saying white supremacy. You said, well, the black man, he must be stupider than the white man if the white man is able to do all this stuff, right?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Right.
You have to be stupid to give up your rights to bear arms to anyone.
Yeah, Stacey Abrams.
The government. Yeah, Stacey Abrams, same thing.
It's crazy.
Yeah. So isn't that stupid?
Definitely.
Yeah. So
I like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I agree. I took me a while to get comfortable with that dude. I can't hold you, but once I did, I was like, yeah, he do make points sometimes, man. He do
Jesse
make points. Yeah. I ain't gonna lie, it took me a video too, boy, because he know how to push buttons, boy. He know how to push a button.
Something just came up that said Elon Musk is named on Epstein's daily schedule as potential Allen visitor.
Oh boy.
That just came up.
Yeah, that's
Not by the
wild.
color of our skin, but the content of our character. That's right. That's what Dr. King
Right.
said. And they love that Dr. King. We love Dr. King.
I'm about to say, we done went through Dr. King last week, man. Y'all done eviscerated my man last week. We ain't doing it this week. Still got a hit out on old boy. Where he at?
That's what Dr. King said. Devil's advocate Jesse Peterson, love it. Devil's advocate Jesse Peterson, love it. Nah. Well, let me see. So y'all don't think they should engage with people that want to have a conversation or debate or something with them?
Yeah, they should be able to engage. Yeah. I think it's the way you approach things, definitely, with anything. You just don't go looking for trouble to have a conversation. But yeah, y'all can all have a conversation like adults. Hell yeah. That's what I liked about Charlie Kirk. Whatever his view was, he know how to approach the conversation like an adult. You said something stupid, then it's stupid, you know? And no problem with that.
Y'all just mad that they had MAGA hats on or something?
And that don't help the argument or nothing, because you know what you're trying to incite by doing it. But I ain't never seen one Charlie Kirk interview or when he did that, when he ain't come with none of those things with no hats on and none of that. He came in to have a conversation.
They
You know
gave
what I'm
out
saying?
MAGA hats.
He gave out MAGA hats and stuff like that. I
He had
seen it.
MAGA hats on too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is he came there for a conversation, not to incite anything. I don't think they did either. They came to sit at the table and all that, whatever the case. They set up the table and all that. I don't think they did either. But what I'm saying is, don't if you're gonna go there to have a conversation, anyone, anywhere, be logical. Sit there and don't try to incite the other person. It's just weird.
Yeah,
You ain't
JT.
really
Matter of
trying to
fact,
have a
I'm gonna pull
conversation.
that up, JT. I'm gonna pull that
You ain't
up.
really trying to have a conversation. And
I'm gonna put that up in a few. Dr. King said he led his people into a burning house. Facts. When they invited. Charlie have hats away. Right. The guys were not inciting at all. The video is up. I don't think they was inciting nothing either, JT. I just think we getting weaker and weaker by the day. The guys came
yeah,
to the school and set up their table illegally. They were supposed to get a permit. They were in violation. Yeah, I don't care about that. People set up tables all the time
but
illegally.
that's true. But it's
No
still a
permit.
HBCU. You got to get a permit. You just said yourself, BJ. Kurt went and got him a permit whenever he went, so he knew the
Yeah.
responsibility of getting one too.
Yeah,
If you
I'm
want to
still
have that
saying
conversation, then you have it the right way, man. It's just it is what it is.
I don't care. I'm still saying I don't care about them having a permit or not. I don't care about none of that. I'm talking about us. Well, our
Yeah,
reaction to it. Our reaction. We reacted as like a bunch of losers.
yeah, I
I
agree.
don't care if they ain't had no permit. I still would have said I'm willing to bet nobody has a permit. Not them people on the corner in the hood talking. You know what I mean? All these people.
Yeah,
Kurt
I
had
agree.
permit. Kurt had permits or whatever. But if they got a permit or not, I don't mind.
I don't mind having the
Make them look
conversation and whatever,
stupid
but
without their
you know.
permit.
You can't. That's what I would suggest we do. But you can't surprise a bunch of
This is
ignorant. You
crazy,
know what I'm
man. They
saying?
got what? They got what they was looking for. What they got?
Yeah.
What did they get?
Oh no, I didn't say that. Who said that?
What did they get?
Bree?
No one invited those boys on that campus. They got what they were looking for. What? A bunch of young black people looking stupid, looking like savages, looking like animals. That's what they got. They actually won. They won that. They won that intellectual battle. Came there in minutes, made the whole made all them students look stupid.
But you can't
Made
say
all
all
them
the
look
students
stupid.
because that ain't not all the black students was
All the
outside.
ones I saw, all the ones I
Yeah, all the
saw
ones that
involved
was
in that.
outside, all of them involved in that was stupid. But I ain't gonna speak for every kid at the school. Because every kid at the school wasn't outside.
Suleiman says everybody got the right to represent themselves. I'm still trying to figure out what's good about being a Crip or a Blood. The floor is ours to
Facts.
explain.
I feel that way about everything. Religion,
Will. Go ahead,
politics, gang banging, all that. We shouldn't be divided in none of it. We all should
He's
be
the
able to.
turning point.
I don't
He
think they
doesn't
with
need a
Turning
mandate.
Point. I don't think they with Turning Point. BJ,
So
did you just say the students on the black campus aren't as smart as the ones on the white campus? Look at this. Look at this.
I stepped away. Is
Yo,
that what you
I'm gonna
said?
repeat it one more time, Bree.
Say it
I
again.
said those white boys that came up there, they went to the HBCU because they're not as smart as Charlie and them. So instead of him going to them big schools that Charlie was going to, he went to go pick on the HBCU students because they knew they was gonna react the way they reacted. And what I said was, instead, where's the kids that was supposed to engage, like Ice Cube and them in higher learning? Ice Cube was looking for those conversations, but I said, yeah, they obviously ain't as smart as them. If they didn't see that play, yeah, that's what I said. They obviously ain't as smart as them, and I said they ain't smart as them. Escorted off the campus. Okay. Brianna acting like she owns the campus. BJ, you said earlier you got kicked out of the gym because you said you saw the Malcolm X in you. So maybe them kids saw the KKK and them. I don't get it.
yo, that was funny as hell, though, Platinum.
I don't get it.
That was
BJ, you said
funny as
earlier
hell,
you got
though.
kicked out the gym because you said they saw the Malcolm X in you. So maybe the kids saw the KKK in them.
You know, BJ said, "You see the Malcolm X in me. That's why you kicking me out." BJ said, but he ain't never returned.
Thanks for clarifying. Exactly. They knew the MAGA hats was going to be a problem. They wanted to get beat up. See, the problem is black people can't conversate intellectually without getting emotional.
And say black people, some black
They
people.
got what they was coming for. They got what they deserved and all this. I've heard people say niggas should have put hands on them and everything. This is crazy.
Nah, that's wild. That's wild. Nothing should escalate the violence, man. And this is coming from someone with
Why
violence on
not
his record.
engage? Why not engage?
I prefer they just
Engage.
got right to it because
Y'all engage to fight.
been doing.
Y'all engage when it comes to fighting. Y'all engage when it comes to arguing with each other over basketball, football, baby daddy, or this nigga, that nigga. Y'all engage with that. Y'all engage everything destructive. Y'all engage everything destructive. This could have been constructive. They had a table. I'd have been over there clowning. You said what? There's a conflict of interest. These HBCU honor Obama, but he would have turned Assata Shakur right into the authorities. What we really stand on: free Palestine, Congo, Sudan, Ibrahim Traore, really him. Yep.
Good comment.
I agree. BJ cooking tonight.
I mean, some, not all of them. Who you talking
Yeah,
about?
BJ definitely on bullshit today, but I'm with it.
Not all of them. Hold on, what happened? Damn, being late sucks. I'm so glad they done.
Yeah,
I'm glad
we
they
been
ain't put
that
hands.
all day, Cross, man.
Cross,
I'm glad they ain't put hands on them either.
Hey, man, I need you. I needed you for the pastor thing, man.
Hey, you don't need Cross for that. He had to get released. You know, he had to get his release papers. Crazy boy. Now that's my boy. He need to come on, go in the studio and make some more music that makes sense.
Yeah, that our theme song dope, bro.
It is. I'm telling you, everybody in St. Louis asks me every time I pull up in the Calais, who is that? I was like, ain't nobody. No, I'll be telling them. I'll be telling them that it's a dude on podcast.
Y'all go ahead with the comments and shit.
They like it. If he can extend it more, you know what I'm saying?
No, it's a whole song. It's only a clip that you hear on the intro and outro. We have a whole track. He got what, 3 verses
so I
on
can
it?
see the comments.
Okay.
To you, he's telling people that they shouldn't be taking Tylenol unless they have a high fever. Dude, you're not a doctor. No studies have shown that Tylenol is directly causing autism.
Here you go, a study by Harvard. Using acetaminophen during pregnancy may increase children's autism and ADHD risk. And this one from Tylenol themselves. We actually don't recommend using any of our products while pregnant. As with most drugs.
Why the FCC ain't take them off air yet?
I don't know, but they just shut their shit down. That was funny.
Why the FCC ain't take them off air yet? He never was messing with the kids, and then he said, anyways, the guy in the video said that Epstein and Trump were friends, but he never was messing with the kids, and then he said, I can't say the same thing about Bill Clinton. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, that's wild. You gotta play that clip. But yeah, back to the Tylenol. Yeah. BJ, I remember back when Eli was born and we were supposed to get him shots from the doctor. You dubbed it. So how you feel about the Tylenol thing? I remember that. One of those inspiring days. BJ, well, I swear to God, BJ told the doctor to his face, nah, you're not poking my son with none of that.
We had that conversation.
Yeah, it's the same. I mean, he's telling the truth. He's telling the truth. They so against Trump that they talk stupid. That's the same thing I be saying to Kurt and Noah. Y'all so against me that y'all just go down rabbit hole of lies.
How you gonna tell me I'm against you? I just don't agree with some of the things you say. Some things you make sense. Some things you don't.
Well, I didn't even know it. My fault, Kurt. Well, I didn't even know it was possible that you can even tell a doctor no on shots like that. I didn't even know that was possible.
Yeah, you could refuse shots and shit especially for your kid.
You gotta remember, B, that was 2000 and when Eli was born, 2010.
Yeah, I know, but that I was already listening to Umar Johnson.
You was already hip.
I was already listening to Dick Gregory and Umar Johnson back then. When I was in the streets, I was listening to them. You know what I mean? JT, I got you in a second. I agree with him too, Dre.
Yeah,
it says it on the bottle. So what are they talking about?
Yeah. Most people don't know you could
drugs,
stop.
You gotta consult with a physician to take while you're pregnant. Most drugs is harmful to the fetus.
Most people don't know you can stop a headache with cold water on your face, ice cold water on your face. You can stop a headache with a cold pressed towel. You can stop a headache with some coffee, black coffee, no sugar, no creamer, caffeine.
Yeah.
You could
do it. You can also do it with green tea, with some tea.
It's caffeine, yeah. And I seen another study that you can have sex and get rid of a headache. So I tried it. It works.
Let's see. JT says it's been years of study. My wife is a nurse and she confirmed that he's not the first person that said that. And if you read the Bible, it says do not use it pregnant. That's a fact.
Yep. These people love their drugs though, man. I heard people say they take a Tylenol a day. Take a Tylenol a day.
I know they say that
it's supposed to be an aspirin a day to ward off.
Tylenol is legal too. Like that weed y'all want to sell out the church.
One thing about it, I broke my ankle, tore my ACL, broke my leg all over the age of 35 and didn't take not one drug except weed. And I don't walk with a limp or none of that. You couldn't even tell.
John Stockton, NBA legend, stand behind vaccine shots causing athletes to die on court and field. I don't know about all that, Suleiman. What athlete died on the court from a vaccine shot? It's been years of study. My wife is a nurse, and she confirmed that he's not the first person that said that. And if you read the bottle, it says do not use it pregnant. Yeah, read the bottle. I don't even. They up there talking crazy. Pregnant women started posting videos taking Tylenol. They retarded, bro. They want to be against Trump so bad they'll risk their child getting autism, being autistic. They're gonna take the Tylenol. It says it on the bottle. They're gonna take the Tylenol just to be against Trump. This is dumb.
Yeah, neither one of my baby mothers took anything while they was pregnant. Nothing. They wouldn't take anything. They just gonna go through it. My 7 baby mother younger, she still ain't take nothing.
I don't know what I don't know what we coming to, bro. Our educated group is scared to engage in intellectual conversation with some dweebs. And you know what the sad part is? They're training their kids to study us and be ready to engage with us. Not physically, not war and all that shit, like mentally.
Yeah,
mentally, in real life. Mm-hmm. They're raising their children. They're studying. Charlie Kirk was groomed since he was 14, 15 years old for that position. Who are we grooming? Nobody. Right. We could have had Candace Owens, but y'all said Candace Owens ain't black. And you know what happened? Charlie Kirk snatched up. The white boy snatched. They saw how genius she is. They snatched her up. You know what I'm saying? Who are we grooming to go up to Harvard and set up a table, or Princeton, or Yale, or go to these Mormon places, facilities, or wherever they grooming them at? Who are we grooming to be able to stand up against them intellectually? Nobody. We talking about they came and got what they was looking for. What? They was looking for an intellectual debate. They didn't get that. I don't care what triggered y'all. Triggered by a hat?
2017. Yep.
2017, Tylenol said we do not recommend pregnant women taking our products. So why are people hating on Orange Man Trump? They silly.
I mean, the sad part is making it seem like people are, when you say things that agree with Trump, the black people are so stupid. You say things that agree with Trump, you will automatically like Trump, or say things, man, it's just retarded, man. You can't have an opinion that aligns with someone else's. I won't even say black people, just people.
Major League Baseball legend Hank Aaron died less than 2 weeks after shot, and many high school athletes. Yeah, he was too old to be taking that shot around that time. More than recorded prior. Could be a correlation. Yeah, I don't know.
But didn't you say on the field?
Black people hate Candace, especially the women. Yeah. And she actually is the best we got to go to speak the truth in favor of black people. But y'all flip on her when she tell the truth to y'all, because black people don't like the truth. So y'all flip on Candace. Y'all say Candace Owens ain't black, but Jasmine Crockett is the epitome of black women.
Because she TikTok, BJ, and do the TikTok.
Kamala Harris. Candace Owens ain't black because she don't know how to finish our phrases. She don't know how to finish our black phrases. You know what I mean? But Kamala Harris is black because she said she cooked collard greens. She washed collard greens in the bathtub.
In the bathtub. A little nasty ass.
Nasty. What the
This is why y'all part. This is why we losing. That's just some of the reasons why we losing. Y'all didn't accept Candace Owens, the intellectual, because she don't act ghetto. But y'all take Kamala Harris, who playing ghetto, and Jasmine Crockett, who's playing ghetto. Kamala Harris said she washed her collard greens in a bathtub, and I saw all black women say, "What?" But y'all didn't want to tell the truth. Y'all couldn't let your pride down. Y'all still backed her. Knew she was lying. Then they asked her what she seasoned it with. She said, vinegar and garlic or something.
So she making up shit.
She cleaned her collard greens in the bath. I never seen a black woman clean collard greens in the bathtub ever.
Ever. And if you would have did it, they'd have killed you.
Hall of Fame baseball player Hank Aaron received the COVID-19 vaccine on January 5th, 2021 to encourage other black Americans to get vaccinated. Well, he got what he asked for. He got what he asked for. Where Bree at? Bree, Hank Aaron got what he was looking for. Yeah, I don't agree. I don't agree with everything Candace said, but I love her too. I love her too. Oh, let's get to it. Hold on.
Yeah, yeah, Cross is real nasty.
Should have just playing it.
And where y'all topics at? What's up? Y'all need to wake up, bro. Y'all need to wake up, man. Y'all wake up. That's the weed. See, that's the weed. Look, Will, that's the weed. Look at these niggas. Kurt stuck wherever he at. Yvonne is wherever he at. It's the weed.
I'm outside, number
It's the
one. And number
weed.
two, I asked you earlier what topic is on. You ain't never answered.
Jeffrey Epstein's investigator, Department of Justice, is being interviewed on September 8th, asked questions. And you have to see what he says about Clinton, Epstein, and Trump. Listen to this, folks.
It's not talked about yet, but it'll soon come out that he was a CIA informant.
He was a CIA.
He wasn't a CIA. I think he's protecting a lot of other people. He's not protecting himself because there's nothing there, but he's protecting a lot of people. Because Trump's now saying it's a hoax of the case, like a hoax or something. Come on, you know it's not a hoax. He's been on the plane, many times. Mm-hmm. It's just he was never on a plane with kids. Bingo. I've seen the itineraries and I've interviewed all the victims. There's never been an instance where Trump was on a plane with these kids and a rape occurred. Boom. But that can't be said for Clinton. Wow. That can't be said for others.
Wow. Here's Glenn Prager.
I catch that? No. JT, that's what you was talking about right there. Did y'all catch that?
Nah, it was low for some reason. I couldn't really hear it.
Basically saying that Trump ain't part of that you know how I'm gonna wash the greens in the bathwater. That's crazy. That's crazy, Dre. Hey. That's who Bree voted for. That's who Bree voted. That's who Bree voted for. The chick talking about she washed her collard greens in the bathtub.
That's one of the reasons why she lost. First of all,
married to a Jew.
She just trying to relate to the people who she think do that nasty shit, but she don't.
That's what it is. She's so far gone. She actually think black women, Brianna, she actually think black women wash collard greens in the bathtub.
With vinegar.
And was dead serious.
With vinegar and what you say?
And was
garlic
dead
powder.
And Bree, you ain't say nothing. What up, sis? You ain't say nothing about that. You ain't say nothing about that. Nobody said nothing about that. And she said it multiple times.
Right, that was like her calling card.
Yeah, wash my collard greens in the bathtub. And y'all mama clean chicken in the kitchen sink. Y'all been eating for years. Yeah, that's where the food goes. In the kitchen sink.
In the kitchen.
And most times it's gonna be a bowl. The chicken is gonna be in a bowl. Sometimes if the chicken real big, they're gonna clean the kitchen sink. You don't take baths in the kitchen sink though. That's years of dirty water.
You're supposed to be real careful on how you clean your chicken, because if you do,
and then when you clean the bathtub, you're using Comet and Clorox and stuff. They ain't nothing but chemicals. You're gonna put your food in the bathtub. Bree, you cook your collard greens in the bathtub.
Anybody that take their food in the bathroom is nasty.
Rewash her collard greens in the bathtub. Dre, Dre, where Bree wash her collard greens at? Word up.
Anytime you take food in the bathroom, it's bacteria there.
Hey,
yo,
go ahead, Devon.
Yo, did you see? I don't know if we grew up on Rockefeller and all that, so I always kind of looked up how Dame built Rockefeller and all that. But now I see him as a cornball or whatever. But do you think Dame's a cancer now, or should we look up to more people building entrepreneurs, no matter what they might be spewing on the outside?
Go ahead, y'all. Go ahead, Will.
I don't know what's up with Damon. I used to like him. You know what I'm saying? He definitely get to some money, but now that he don't have it, he just angry and silly. Like nobody's fault you blew through your money like that, bro. Nobody owes you nothing. He to pretend to be this ultimate hustler. Like go get you some money then, bro, and calm down.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Dame
guess
ain't talking about nothing.
Nothing at all.
nothing at all.
Face
But he
card ain't
did
worth
bit
nothing. Nobody gonna
nothing.
give him nothing on the arm. No business. No couple dollars. No, Dame probably can't get an ounce of weed from right now from nobody.
You make it seem like he got some bread though, don't he?
Silly. He probably getting a couple dollars now because I know I'm sure he get paid for his interviews. That's all he doing. He calling other
Yeah.
people chatty patty and he on somebody couch every day.
Bree, explain this to me, Bree. Explain this to me, Bree. I got something. I'm going back to that college campus too. I forgot about this video. That's next, Dred. We can get into that next. These dudes, they high. Do y'all see what the weed is doing? I don't understand. I told everybody earlier today, yo, have y'all topics, kid. Let's go. Let's go.
Ooh,
I
I
got to
had
pull
my
the videos
topic.
up, go through the comments. Come on.
I had my topic.
Topic at Kurt. Where your topic at,
No,
Davon? Come on.
I just brought up my topic. No, I ain't show up today.
Come on,
I
bro.
don't know
All right,
what
no, I'm
Kurt
not
on.
here. I'm talking to the people that's here. What y'all
Brought up
doing?
my
Kurt
topics.
just sitting there. Kurt stuck. Kurt done smoked so much weed. He's stuck.
It's the
He's stuck.
cigarettes, man. It's the
No,
He's
cigarettes,
stuck.
man.
that ain't it. Just kind of hurting a little bit. I ain't
Yo.
taking the aspirin.
Okay.
I ain't stuck.
Suleiman says, we don't know what Dame rejected in his life. The industry can't create an illusion of someone they don't like.
Hey, Bree, why they do the security like this? That's the same college campus. Why they doing that to the black man? Why they doing that to the black man? That's the same college campus. Look at this. Look at this. Look, don't touching him and anything.
I punched him dead in his mouth.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Look, they got the phone in that man's face. Why? 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 Let me see the excuses y'all have for them now. The same college campus. He one of the guys. I guess they mad because he escorted the people out of. So I don't know. But why? What's the point?
Davon, you punching. Remember, violence ain't the answer, man.
It ain't, but sometimes it is.
It's not. We
That's
agreed
why
on
we
that.
losing. That's why we
Yeah.
losing. That's why we losing.
Man, they're touching all over me. So at this point, you're invading my space. I got the right to punch you in your face now. You're touching me. Stop touching me.
He did the right thing. He is in a lose-lose situation.
Yeah. You touching me. And them kids is terrible, man. You can't have a conversation, man. It's just they think making jokes and putting things on social media is the way to go now, man. That's all they do. That's their
Chasing
way
clout.
of chasing clout, Kurt.
They just
That's what it is. It's they chasing that one-eye cyclops. You know, that social media is a demon.
But that's what I'm saying. They doing that because he looks like them. They didn't touch the two young guys who they actually were upset at. They walked peacefully through the campus. Y'all, while y'all yelled and screamed, y'all touching this man, putting your phone all in his face, touching his jeans. Corny.
Yeah.
Corny.
Bree, we talked about that last podcast in Houston. They said
Definitely a serial
they said
killer
it's
too.
not a they said they don't think it's a serial killer.
Yeah, all right.
Because normally serial killers are white boys. Them motherfuckers that go on, killing a whole bunch of people, it's normally out of the white race. Them Caucasians.
We
Yeah,
don't
they
know
gonna.
what they rejected in his life. The industry can't create an illusion of someone they don't like. I
Yeah.
don't. We got plenty of serial killers in the hood. I don't even agree with that, Kurt. What y'all be talking about, man? What y'all
What
be talking about?
name two black serial killers?
King Von is one of them.
King
Nigga,
Vaughn.
I grew up with plenty of serial killers, plenty of them.
That's a fact.
I'm not gonna name them.
Can't
I
name
grew
them.
up with
They
plenty of
still around,
serial
right?
killers, bro.
Yeah.
What make you a serial killer? 3 or more?
King Vaughn, the black race,
Mm-hmm.
praised King Vaughn. He was a serial killer.
I don't even know who King Von is.
The other young, the light skinned dude with
Dirk, the one that's locked up.
no, he dead. He went to kill. He was shooting somebody, and his man came out the house and killed him. Jeff something. He
Oh
had
yeah,
about
yeah,
7,
yep,
8 murders. Little
yep.
Jeff or something like that. He was
Whatever,
on
yep.
video shooting somebody, and it just so happened they partner came out the house and killed him.
Yep.
It's serial killers all over Chicago. What you mean? It's a white
Yep.
thing? Why? How can that be a white thing when it's serial killers all over Chicago and Louisiana, Baton Rouge, New Orleans, Baltimore, LA, Jacksonville? It's serial killers all over the neighborhood, all over the black community.
Yeah. Yeah. Alabama.
Allegedly, Lil Woody is the boogeyman too, ain't he? Supposed to be.
Yeah. Yeah. As long as they put it in a rap song, it's okay. As long as they
Right,
can
because
put it in the club,
who
it's cool.
I keep hearing y'all mention this King Von dude. Who is he? What I mean, what
A
is he?
rapper who got killed. He was killing a
Oh,
bunch of people
oh well then in
and
that case,
bragging about it
I
on
know a
Twitter.
lot of serial killers. I mean, you know,
How many people you went to the army with that was serial killers?
uh if that's how we classify serial killers, hell, I got a number of bodies, you know, because that's what they train the military to do, kill the enemy or who they classify as the enemy.
Andrea said, "No more kumbaya."
So what's your definition of a serial killer, Kurt?
I mean, somebody that I mean, you're about right because that is you know when you kill more than two people at once or even a number of times. I always looked at serial killers as those people that will kill a number of people and attempt to hide it. I mean, you know, they stash them in the rivers, they put them out in the trees, they bury them all over the place, like Ted Bundy.
What's up,
You
A?
know,
What up,
Peace,
A
Adrian.
Town?
Appreciate you
You
coming in, though, A-Town. We're gonna get
but I
your shit.
mean,
We gotta get you a
serial
shirt.
serial killing, according to what we saying, is anybody that didn't kill more than one person. And in that case, this country is full of them.
They
that
can't even ask their single mama a question. What makes you think they can have those skills? Everything is a ripple effect. We need to heal our black homes and build relationships with honor.
Alpo.
Alpo. Alpo.
Alpo.
Yep. King Von.
It says a serial
Basically
killer
saying the
is
same thing. So we all agree. Kurt agreed too.
an
Kurt.
individual who murdered three or
Listen,
more.
Netanyahu.
Wayne Perry. Wayne Perry for
Wayne
sure.
Perry.
Marlo Mike. Marlo
Yeah.
Mike. Killed
Them
about 7, 8
BMF
niggas
boys,
for
right?
Boosie. For Lil
One of
Boosie.
them, one of them BMF boys was killing shit, wasn't it?
And those are
I'm
just the
wrong.
people that we point out from our own community. So but it's a lot of them. All of like the Atlanta child murder. I don't believe
Prince.
the dude Wayne Williams was the killer of all those people. You know, we talking about grown men. You know, there was a lot of grown men killed.
JT said
Yeah,
we
we
want the
talked
Diddy
about that last
files.
week too, Bree. We talked about that last week too, Bree. That's wild. I
Which
think he
files,
15.
JT, on Diddy? You talking about the sex capades or them bodies? He want the Diddy files. Sick of Diddy.
Look like Diddy might be coming home soon.
each and every one of you through this process. And, there's an old saying that if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. The community was at the table, and it couldn't have been done without everybody here. With that being said, I'm getting ready to vote, and there's a theme in Queens, and I know Nas is a part of this. Queens get the money. Sorry, Jay-Z, we win again. I just had to rub that in. You can let the Brooklyn Borough president know that I send my regards to him. With that being said, I vote aye.
Borough president votes in an aye, and some conflict will be brewing.
Oh, there y'all go. Nas $5 billion casino approval in Queens. Where they putting it at, I don't know.
They should shut down the island and put it there.
Oh, they'll find a place, eminent domain. They'll tear down some of them buildings and put it right there because it's going to generate billions.
That's a fact.
It's definitely going somewhere. Yeah, I think it's a good move or a bad. Well, since we talked about the pastor, now it's putting a gambling ring in the middle of the city. Is that a bad thing?
Yeah,
Is that
Nas don't have
something we want our youth into?
Nas ain't the church. He don't got no responsibility to the people like that.
Okay.
The church supposed to be staring. If the church built a casino, that's an issue too. They supposed to be steering people in the opposite direction.
In some ways, Nas is supposed to represent the conscious rap. No, he's
What are
not
you
the rapper.
Who gave him that title?
What am I
That's the
talking about?
weed, man. What is Davon talking about? It's
What
the
am I
weed.
talking? Nas not the conscious.
What is
Like the first
Davon talking
conscious
about?
rapper there is. For rap, he don't always
What is
preach the
Davon
good
talking
shit,
about?
the non-drugs and all that. That's not Nas. I know I can be what I want to be. That's not Nas.
That was 30 years later.
I'm just saying.
You trying to compare it to the weed situation with the church?
I'm not trying to compare anything. I'm just saying what you said. One thing is bad. I'm just saying. We want gambling in the community too. That's all I'm saying.
It's not gonna be in the community. It's definitely not gonna be in the community. It's gonna be outside the community.
Yeah, it's not gonna be in the hood. That's one thing we probably agree on. It might be across the street from one of the projects everywhere in Queens. We building in Queens.
And I was saying, ain't no room.
They coming with another one. They coming with another one, ma.
Right.
They coming with another one.
There's multiple casinos in
going to be at the Aqueduct where there are casinos already. He's just going to make it bigger. Okay. That makes sense.
I didn't know it was
that's probably why I got
casinos already.
approved.
Yeah.
That's why I got approved. Look, yeah. That's why
they already got a building.
It's already a casino.
That's why Jay-Z and them ain't get approved because they trying to put it in Times Square.
Yeah, they tried to. Yeah, he tried some big shit.
It's too hectic over there already.
They use this Nas for Hennessy. Now they use casinos as failure.
What y'all think about this, man?
Why you blow over? Yeah, that was wild.
That's crazy.
Yeah, he should be locked up for assault.
Y'all think he overdid it?
Way overdid it.
Went too far. Because first of all, they was going for from what I heard, they was just going for a regular hearing. So he was going the legal route. He was doing the right thing. He's not a gang member. He just was going to that hearing, I guess, to update his visa or whatever. It's no reason why that man should have been putting his hands on that woman and his kids. You have to watch that. That man just trying to raise his kids like anybody else. That's wrong. That's wrong.
He slammed her all the way to the wall, like all the way. You took at least 5 steps to get there, too. You could have been stopped.
He could have stood in front of her. He could have stood in front of her and just walked her back.
If
You
you
know,
really wanted her outside the building, you could have escorted her yourself. You didn't have to take that. Yo, watch, you got so many police up, watch the door. Let me escort this lady out of here. He could have handled that in so many different ways. He's wrong. He should be locked up, fired, suspended, whatever the case may be. Mm.
But she gotta have some responsibility too. Get out them folks' face, man. Cause how you think they gonna respond? Ain't no secret to how police brown and black people, man.
Yeah, but you can't make excuse for police brutality. You
I ain't
supposed to know
making
better,
no
Will.
excuse, but you know what it's gonna be. It ain't no surprise. Who was surprised by what he did?
Not. It's not, but you are held at a higher. You have a badge. You are held as a higher point as a civilian. That's like being like a truck driver or something. You got a CDL. You are hired at a higher level of driving. You are that as a civilian, so you know better than slamming somebody into the wall. You know
Yeah,
how to
I agree.
de-escalate a situation.
He
So he
dead ass
wrong.
wrong.
He wrong.
We not debating that. He dead ass wrong. But you gotta get out them folks' way. You know what's gonna happen.
She's emotional though. They're locking her husband up. It's not. It's a woman. We also know how they are. It's a woman. I'm not saying she. You know, she should be, but she is. You know what I'm saying?
and she had her kids with her.
Bro, these folks don't care about none of that.
Yeah, they don't care about
Yeah,
none
I
of
don't
that.
care about. They don't care
You
about.
got your kids with you. That's supposed to make you fall back, put the kids in the house, and just
Your
deal with it.
responsibility is those kids. They don't give a damn about your kids.
You gotta deal with it with the court, bro.
Well, that's what they was there for. Dealing with the court. You know, we all agree that it's just dead as wrong how he handled it. Just because you can do it, that don't mean you should do it. That's wrong.
They do worse than that. I mean, you gotta have some responsibility. That's all. If you ain't ready to get slammed on the floor or ain't ready to fight back, stay out them folks' face.
I don't think she was assaulting that man or something like that.
He emotional just like
I
she
think
is.
about this.
Can't even talk. It's adding soybean oil to some sort of vegetable oil, Betty Crocker thing.
Walmart, Piggly Wiggly.
Butter on the sausages, like a whole stick of butter, which already have enough fat to cook, right?
Pan full
Getting
of
no
butter.
sear. So this woman is kind of an EBT influencer, which is a new class of people. And there was a fire smoke detector chirp. So she's going over all this, how she feeds all these kids. She has 9 kids and 3 more on the way. She has triplets on the way. And she uses EBT. And then, like you said, this is her content. So the government gives her money to feed her whole family, but then the government also gives her content. She really relies on everybody. And I was thinking about it. She's 28 and she has 12 kids. She looks 40, 50. But she has 10 more years of having kids in front of her. And then in that 10 years, her kids will start having kids. And then you think those kids are not going to be on EBT? What did they learn from mom? All those kids are going to be on EBT. They're not going to be working. They're going to be hanging out on the porch, ready to fight anyone who comes by. There's probably going to be some pit bulls bred in the yard. The boys will go to jail. And now this whole family costs us $12 million.
Damn.
They called her EBT influencer. That was a good one.
But I don't agree with that. Just because she's on EBT don't mean she's going to influence her kids to be on EBT.
At least she's doing something with it. She ain't got her kids outside on the porch like they talking about. Yeah, white people take shit too far. We're not doing all that.
I mean, just to label her that, because my daughter got 13 kids and she's a food influencer, but she's a vegan where they don't eat no meat, and she don't get EBT. She's a doctor. She drives a limousine and she does hair, but she does the same kind of content. But just
And
because
she feeding them, right?
just
Mom.
because she have that many kids don't mean that they're gonna be outside hanging out on the porch. That's a false narrative. That's trying to brand.
I'll agree with that. That they actually on point with that. She got 9 kids and 3 triplets in the stomach or some shit. She got 9 kids right now, and the way that from how that apartment look, her kids is on the porch. Nigga, I don't care what you talk about. Them kids is on the porch. She can't keep up with all them kids. Them niggas
So
outside.
all 9 of them gonna come out to be shit, BJ.
I ain't
You was
say
on the
that.
porch. Yeah, come on. That's crazy for them to
She
say.
has 9. She's not gonna be able to keep it up with all of them. They gonna be outside. They gonna be on that porch. Word
My
up.
daughter got 13 and they not on the porch.
I can see that. I can see that.
They wouldn't have said that with nobody
She
like
probably
me
got
in the
lights
room.
in her kids' name. They definitely gonna be hanging on the porch. Yeah, I agree. I see them hanging on the porch. Ain't nothing wrong with hanging on the porch.
Shut up, Jamel.
They all with her though.
Oh,
Yeah.
with her. She feeding every last one of them.
About to have
What you
12.
talking about?
She about to have 12. But I think the biggest issue is the biggest issue is she got 9 kids. Where's the dad, bro? God damn, and she's still having kids.
Who said the dad wasn't there? We gonna assume that from a 30-second clip that them white boys put up?
Man, forget the white boys, bro. That's
I didn't say nothing about that. I said if they put up a 30-second clip, we don't know where the dad is. A 30-second clip. That's all we got. The dad could be there. Maybe dad ain't got
You could have
jab.
okay. You could have left the white boy comment out because every time
The white
y'all
boys
say
put the clip up.
every time y'all say something, it's white and black. Oh, the white boy. But it would have been better if it was black people that put it up.
I'd have said the niggas put the clip up.
Okay, but yeah, that's what I'm going by. I'm going by that clip. I'm going by her in the clip with 9 kids already, 3 in the stomach, and her with a pan full of and how she looked, and a pan full of butter on some pork sausages.
Yeah, that was wild.
That's
that
what
part
I'm
was
doing.
definitely wild.
That's
Well,
what
I mean,
It's definitely
what you
unnecessary.
think? What if you cooking for 9 people, 10 including herself, 11 including? Yeah, you gonna have a whole stove full of. You gotta cook for all of them. Everybody gotta eat.
Ain't nobody even saying that, bro.
I mean, you know, they keep making the statement about a pan full of butter. I mean, you ain't gonna take no one little piece of butter and feed 9 people.
You don't need butter for the sausages, man.
Yeah,
Hey, if
one little piece of butter is gonna be cool for all them sausages.
It all depends on. Hey, see, it's one thing I realize is taste is acquired. You know, like I can't see for the life of me how people can eat crawfish. I couldn't put something in my mouth that still got the eyeballs on it. You know what I'm saying? But I can't demonize it because somebody will eat a whole big old pan of them.
Suleiman said white boys just want to talk. We got to do our documentaries of poor white folk too. I don't want to do no documentary on no poor white people. I don't care about no poor white people. I don't want to do no documentary on white people. I watched a Jewish lady pull up to the EBT office in a red Range Rover and her 4 kids. Everybody is on EBT. Yeah, but that Jewish man is in the house. That's why she pulling up in the red Range Rover, because that Jewish man in the house, they just playing the system. They just playing the system. The EBT, her being on EBT ain't the problem. That ain't the problem. She's not killing her babies, man. Allah bless her to learn how to feed them more healthy food.
Especially taking them pork sausage out of
Y'all making some good points.
Yeah, she definitely doing.
Definitely ain't killing them babies. She definitely ain't killing them babies.
Maybe with
That's how her
cholesterol.
mom fed her.
Yep.
Cotton.
That's how mama fed her.
What y'all feel about
Personally, for me, it doesn't.
Yeah, I saw this. This is funny.
So actually, it feels like nail polish remover cotton, natural.
I'll play it one more time.
Hey everyone, how do we feel about cotton as decoration? Personally, for me, it doesn't feel great. So actually, it feels like nail polish remover cotton, natural.
How y'all feel about that? And it's not even cotton.
Much ado about nothing, man. We just want to
She
find
said that. She said that. Check it out, Will. Here's the crazy shit.
While wearing cotton.
while wearing blonde hair and bleached skin. You
That's a good
will.
point.
She said it while wearing blonde hair and bleached skin. Yo, she
Wait,
said it while wearing blonde hair. When Serena
what?
ever been that light skin?
Listen, and I guarantee you that jacket she had on is made out of
Made out of
some
cotton.
fiber of cotton,
Mm-hmm.
He
and
said
them
it with
drawers she got
blonde
on.
hair and bleached skin. Do you the mentality of it all is retarded.
The audacity.
The audacity, and then touch the cotton on her nails and say, "Yo," and I love Serena. I love Serena. I love that woman, bro. Athlete, I stand on. She to me, it wasn't LeBron. It was always Serena was the greatest athlete since Jordan. If you ask me, when it came to rings and all of that,
My
no
brief says
man,
she need to stop.
she need to stop. She
Yeah.
need to stop.
We got bigger fight than that.
Yo, and the cotton on a luxury hotel that I'm staying in tonight that the sheets was made out of what 100 wool cotton or something, man, cut it out.
Sis got the $1 million comment though. Then she go home to her white
I
husband.
didn't even want to say it. I didn't even want to say it. I ain't even want to say it. Cause you know what's crazy? What's a fact is her white husband had gave up his CEO spot to a black dude in the time. So I kind of always had a little bit of respect for him for that. But come on, bro. Come on, bro.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. I don't think anybody with a white wife or a white husband should be race baiting.
No, no, no. Just leave it. Leave it
Yeah,
alone, bro.
you
Leave it
shouldn't be
alone.
race baiting.
And you find a better hotel too. I stayed in hotels with that same plan.
For
And
real?
it wasn't even cotton.
It wasn't even cotton. Find a
I
better
mean,
hotel, Serena.
what was she trying to say about the cotton? That it was, I don't get
It
it.
was picked by her ancestors.
It was a cotton. It was a decoration with a plant, like a plant cotton or something.
I guarantee you
Mm-hmm.
she got on cotton drawers.
They might be silk.
Come on.
Who knows? I know to say it with bleach skin and blonde hair is the craziest thing ever.
It might be silk. She might got on silk drawers.
She might. Word up.
So what we got? What we got?
No, I worked at a assisted living
Oh, that's
facility
what.
down in Dunwoody, and there's a couple that lives there. They have like the portraits behind me. They have portraits on their walls of slaves in the cotton field. So I took more offense to that than actually a cotton decoration.
They had portraits of what?
Mm-hmm.
Slaves in the cotton field.
Mm-hmm.
That's a different
It's
story.
wild, man.
Venus got a white husband now too. Damn, man. And they dad is the epitome of a black man.
Black.
That's crazy.
It's hard
Damn.
to find cotton drugs these days.
I can't even be mad at them though, man. Serena done tried with this nigga, that nigga, Common. They playing, man. So I can't even be mad at Serena, man. She tried. I don't think Venus ever tried.
So she gave them darkies a chance.
I think Venus started with white boys.
Mm-hmm.
I think Venus started with them. But Serena, she tried. She tried.
I think she was messing with Drake for a minute too, right?
Yeah, Common.
That's wild, man. Blonde hair, bleach skin.
What else we got, y'all? What else we got? What else we got? What else we got?
I don't think we left anything out really this week. Jimmy Kimmel came back.
Damn, other allies ain't show up today.
You saw the Jimmy Kimmel speech in his return, BJ?
Nah, what he was saying?
That pretty much Disney had lost $4 billion in Hulu and Disney subscriptions, and that's really why he came back. Then let Trump have it some more. It was actually pretty good. It was definitely a good one. Definitely a good speech. A monologue, I should say.
Ain't nothing
But
even
yeah,
happened. How many days was he suspended? Like 3 days?
3 days. 3 days. And then you know how you was talking about how his ratings was down all before that? Well, one thing about it, his ratings been up since then.
They up now.
They up now.
I knew
He got
that part was gonna happen.
definitely. He got 1 million. I looked up the numbers. He had got 1 million views just on YouTube in like 45 minutes. That's crazy.
Welcome back, Jimmy.
Welcome back,
What
Jimmy.
about the topic about politicizing the DOJ?
I ain't seen nothing about it, Kurt.
What about it? I don't know.
Where Trump made his DOJ, and the one dude said, the prosecutor said, ain't no reason, they don't have enough evidence to indict the dude Comey, but because Trump
Mom say
don't
he's
like,
still corny.
well, because Trump don't like him, which I don't think nobody like him, because he, But
Who you talking about?
The dude Comey, the dude who used to be the head of the FBI.
Okay,
FBI.
yeah, they about to charge him, right?
Yeah, they politicized it and they indicted him. They actually indicted him because Trump said to indict him.
Oh, you know what else we forgot to be? Do you got the clip of the two people getting shot at the immigrant facility, the ICE facility?
I'll pull it up. Them views popping thanks to Trump. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm. Thanks to Trump.
True.
Now it even got people setting the trend dissing Trump at the end of their advertisements, hoping to go up.
How y'all feel? How y'all felt about that Rachel girl? Remember the Rachel chick that was white, but she was pretending she was black, and she was working for the NAACP. Did y'all have an issue with that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
I didn't.
Y'all remember
Nah.
Rachel Dolezal or something like that?
I have a problem with anybody
But
perpetrating something that they not.
Why?
But isn't
Kurt,
our
you don't
father
even
black or
acknowledge
something?
black.
Yeah,
What you said, Kurt?
I have a problem with anybody, parading around like they are something that they're not. If she a white woman, be who you are.
Y'all wanted to address that, Will? You wanted to address that?
But Kurt don't even acknowledge black as a people. He talking about black as a color. I ain't mad at that lady. She doing more for the cause than most of these people who are originally black.
And yet, by your standards, Kurt, man, you don't say nothing about that when it comes to them transgenders and all that. And
Since we gonna get on that topic, y'all keep trying to say the Democratic Party is the only gay. I know a whole bunch of Republicans that are gay.
No, we just addressing what you said about this lady.
I'm just saying. I'm talking about the so-called black. If she's trying to portray herself as, say, like one of us, but she's an Angloid.
You ain't us.
I'll take Rachel over you.
I want to know when he became black.
I'll take Rachel over you.
You would take Trump over me. I don't care. I don't give a damn.
No, I ain't taking Trump over nobody, but I'll take Rachel because Rachel relates to the black struggle.
Who is Rachel anyway? I'm just saying somebody.
Hold on, Kurt. Let me tell you who Rachel is. She was working for the NAACP. She was actually helping. She was actually doing more than what black people are doing. For real. She said they said she was really actually helping black kids wherever she was at. She actually was doing stuff. So I was mad when they flipped on her and she got exposed for being a white girl and all this, and black people flipped on her. I was mad at that. But y'all sit here and champion the trannies with no problem. They acting like something they not.
Okay, let me say this. I'm saying it's just like we just spoke about Serena, about her changing her complexion from dark-skinned to a light. The only question that you have made was the girl Rachel, who, claimed to be black, but she's white, and they had a problem with it. That's the only part I'm addressing. Now, whether she was helping the NAACP and, attaching herself to the black race.
She worked for the NAACP, and she was helping black people.
Right. Now, so I don't know if she was parading herself around as though she was a so-called black woman, or whether she was just a white woman that was helping the NAACP cause.
No, she said she was black. She was saying she black. The census you always talk about, she checked black. She felt like she was black. Her parents came out and said she white.
Okay, well that's her pretending to be.
She was claiming to be black.
That's her pretending to be something that she's not.
What Candace Owens did, Suleiman? What you talking about? Candace Owens did the same thing. Exactly. Rachel was imitating us to help us. It's a compliment. I agree.
What else could it be?
I agree.
What else could it be?
I agree.
Nobody out here volunteering to be black, bro. Not
She's
even
still
the black
today.
What is it the old folks used to say, Will? Imitation is the best form of flattery. There we go.
Yeah,
sure. There we go. I said that shit right. Imitation, the best form of flattery.
Here we go.
What is your opposition to it? Like,
This insistence that we allow children to think that they can pick and choose their genders. That's definitely a psychosis. Like, this was not a thing. People were not struggling in kindergarten. We were not arguing about bathrooms. Like, this is all just made up. You're asking me to be crazy. You're asking me to look at a grown man and imagine that he's actually a woman, and that if he goes and gets work done, that he magically becomes a woman. So it's insanity. Otherwise, you'd have to defend Rachel Dolezal.
well, there's no. Well,
Would you defend it?
There's no defending crazy. That's crazy. But
Why is that crazy?
Hold on. Because she was a white woman that said she was black.
Yeah, that's a man saying he's a
But
woman.
let's back up.
We're talking about the trans issue. She's transracial. So give her respect. Put respect in her
Explain
name.
to me how.
Because on the inside, she felt black. She was dressing like she was black. She was making her skin darker like she was black. She was standing for the black cause. She was working for the NAACP. Just happened to be that she was, born a white girl with blonde hair and freckles. And it only became problematic when somebody exposed it and people said, no, you can't just be black. Why not? If you're gonna say that a man can just be a woman, why can't Rachel Dolezal just be black? You got to be consistent.
Because she's white.
Okay, because it's a man.
No, but hold on.
Hold on.
I don't agree.
I'm sorry that I'm consistent. Yeah, but you have to figure out why you're not.
Well,
I feel good that I brought up the same argument Candace did before we even heard the clip.
There go Candace.
Oh, word. Yep. I
Who
felt
is
the
that?
same way before you said
Was that
it.
Candace Owens? That's who Candace Owens is?
Yeah, Kurt.
Okay. Because I never
I
seen
brought
her
up the same
platform
point
before.
without even thinking about it. Like, yeah, if you could say you black, if you could say you a female and you a male, then you should be able to say you black if you white. What Michael say, it doesn't matter if you black or white. Yeah, it don't matter. It don't
Kind of
matter.
said that's her sister, Candace. Candace is a beast.
Suleiman said they
Yeah,
bomb
she
on
definitely
point.
just ate. Yeah.
Yeah, she shut him down like with the quickness.
Yeah,
So they
BJ
got-
sitting here thinking the weed got me stuck. He tripping. I agree with Candace. Yeah, weed ain't got me too stuck. Do it, BJ.
That's right, Candace. Devon on point.
Hey, I'm riding with you, Davon. I'm riding with you on this one.
Uh-oh.
No, Kurt, get off my boat.
In school after she says he was expelled for possession of a weapon.
They kicked him out of school for the whole year. Online schools are honoring their decision, nor did they provide us a different resource or a different avenue to go.
Savitra McClurkin says her son is being punished for disarming and dismantling a gun that another student brought to the Dwight Rich School of the Arts back in May, and for not speaking up about it right away.
He didn't want to implicate himself in it, nor did he want to tell on the person that actually brought the firearm, because he knows firearms aren't supposed to be in school.
He was able to disarm and disassemble the gun because of his hunting background. McClurkin says in the moment, her son was scared and thought he was helping the other students around him.
It's devastating because he's a bright kid, and all he wants to do is be a kid. And as a parent, I feel like I may be more devastated than him.
At Thursday night's board meeting, the Lansing School District declined to comment on the issue, even after McClurkin took the stand during public comment.
They are setting my child up for failure. They're setting him up to be a statistic. And I've been doing everything in my will and my power to keep him from that. After 180 days, they may or may not reinstate him. So then what?
Wow.
See, that's why we got to get away from that non-snitch factor. We got to teach these kids
Yeah,
to
sure.
tell.
I ain't gonna lie. Shorty too young to be talking about he wasn't gonna tell on who brought the gun in school and all that. You're 11 years old, my nigga. What kind of street code are you keeping up?
Right. You need to
Like,
tell.
come on, man. It ain't even
But
about
the
telling.
simple fact that he disabled the whole gun.
So I think you lying. I think you lying. I think you brought that gun to school.
You and your man on some nonsense
You
together.
brought the gun to school. Because before I get expelled and go through all
You
this, I'm
getting
gonna
expelled.
tell who brought that gun to school.
It's too big. It's too big a situation.
I'm not gonna keep the gun. I'm not gonna keep it. If I choose to keep it, I'm gonna leave the school.
The moment I'd have broken apart, I'm going right to the principal's office, beelining, security, principal office, something.
Yeah.
Teacher, somewhere. Hey.
Not only did
No,
he
you get in trouble.
not tell right away, he also hid it.
And kept it. Yeah, you brought that gun to school, boy. That's your
You
gun.
made it. At the very least, you culpable now. You along with him.
It's your gun.
But I don't understand the severity of the punishment either. So he never gonna go back to school again?
If you're gonna take responsibility on taking the gun from somebody and breaking it down and this, that, and the third, you should have repeated it. You should have reported it.
That's the whole step in the process. That's what your dad probably taught you to do it. When you break the gun down and everything else, you make sure you take it to whoever's responsible, the adult in the room.
Yeah, you should have reported that.
Because you knew he wasn't supposed to have it, so that means you knew you wasn't supposed to have it.
How he know how to break it down at 11 years old?
A background in hunting, they said.
Oh, they did say that he got a background in hunting. That was his. He brought that gun to school. At 11, you shouldn't be worrying about not snitching. Laugh out loud, man. His mom lying. Dread, I agree. I agree with that. At 11, I was telling that.
Even if man was in on it together, he took the gun from his man. His man told.
Even if he didn't do that, you leave people the room to assume that it was that.
I told him my cousin Bam all the time.
What Bam?
That nigga used to terrorize me. I told on that nigga all the time. I used to get him beat all the time.
I told on Jamel all the time.
We need to talk to our children.
Decisions that will hurt them.
Decisions that will hurt them. I agree.
Go straight to the
man. Come on, man. You doing too much, shorty.
Yeah, his decision making process was off. Because I would have told my son, don't put your hands on that gun for no reason, because then your print's gonna be on him.
He definitely took the gun from that boy to keep it for himself.
That's why he got expelled. Yeah, it's your gun now, player. You took it from somebody, broke it down, and kept it.
Well,
you got the juice now.
Unfortunately, we don't have evidence of that. We got you with the gun, so
don't want to tell who you took it from, please. That's your gun.
Bluntly, that your personal first choice for your running mate would have been Pete Buttigieg, and you praise him effusively. You say he would have been an ideal partner if I were a straight man. And you say effectively that demographically it was too much to ask of the American people to ask them to elect you with him as your running mate. I wonder if his reaction to that, since this part of the book has come out, if you've had any reflection on that, or I guess I'd ask you to just elaborate on that a little bit. It's hard to hear. With you running as, you're the first woman elected vice president. You're a Black woman and a South Asian woman elected to that high office, very nearly elected president. To say that he couldn't be on the ticket effectively because he was gay, it's hard to hear.
No. That's not what I said. That he couldn't be on the ticket because he is gay. My point, as I write in the book, is that I was clear that in 107 days, in one of the most hotly contested elections for president of the United States against someone like Donald Trump, who knows no floor. To be a Black woman running for president of the United States and as a vice presidential running mate, a gay man, with the stakes being so high, it made me very sad, but I also realized it would be a real risk. No matter how, I've been an advocate and an ally of the LGBT community my entire life. So it wasn't about, yeah, right. So it wasn't about any prejudice on my part, but
that
we had such a short period of time. And the stakes were so high. I think Pete is a phenomenal public servant. And I think America is and would be ready for that. But when I had to make that decision with 2 weeks to go, and maybe I was being too cautious, I'll let our friends, we should all talk about that. Maybe I was. But that's the decision I made. And I, as with everything else in the book, I'm being very candid about that.
Yeah.
With a great deal of sadness about also the fact that it might have been a risk.
Will you consider running in 2028?
That's not my focus right now.
I know
that's not my focus at all.
I know
it really isn't.
I'm just gonna.
Yeah.
Well, I know you're not considering it now, but are you saying, when you said you're not going to run for governor of California?
Correct.
Were you saying you are never going to run for anything ever again, or were you just saying I'm not going to run for that office? Right now?
That was the decision before me, and I made the decision not to run for governor of California. By the way, there are a lot of great candidates running, and I love my state, and we want somebody to definitely follow in the footsteps of Gavin in terms of standing up. And understanding the power that California has to stand up to what we're saying in DC.
As politic as you are being in those remarks, you are beautifully impolitic in this book in a way that makes it honest.
She finished. Well, you got to teach in the morning?
Yes, sir.
All right, I thought you was off.
I was off today.
Oh.
I got to
Good
teach
night,
Saturday
my
and
guy.
Sunday.
I'm right behind you. I'm 15 minutes behind you.
All right,
Boil
y'all.
some water.
Hey, I seen
Boil
something.
water.
Hey,
Big
Will, I
popcorn.
seen something you posted about, them classes, and it's like online.
Mm-hmm.
You got something like that going on?
Yeah, we got several. We'll call me tomorrow.
All right.
All right.
Get you some rest, bro.
Appreciate y'all.
I'll
Good
holler at
night,
you.
Will.
Yes, sir.
See you
Yes,
tomorrow,
sir.
my boy.
Yeah, peace. Oh, Lord, I'm in the house with these two.
Oh, boy.
Aloha. What up, Karina? Where you been at? Peace, brother Will.
She should have said she should have said it with prejudice. She said, "Nah, I'm not right." She could have just said, "Nah, that's not for us right now." That's what she should have said. She should have just kept it a buck, trying to dress it all up.
Well, I think what she's doing is retooling, and she may run again for prosecutor or DA. She might try. Politics. BJ said it before. Politics is a dirty, dirty business. It could make you, or it could break, it could break you. She didn't have enough time to really run for president. They should have been let Joe Biden go. You could tell he was old, but Donald Trump is too. He be talking and half speaking.
Do y'all think the country is ready for a gay? Well, he would have been vice president, running mate.
No.
A gay vice president.
No.
You know what's crazy? We'll see we're gonna see a gay vice president. We're gonna see a gay president, a gay vice president. It's gonna happen.
A gay president, a gay vice president.
I don't see that.
We're gonna have both of them. We'll see both of them in our lifetime.
No, not in my lifetime.
Not in my lifetime either. I don't think
so.
I don't think I'll ever see, like, when my father was alive, he never he said it'll never be a black president in his lifetime, and he never seen one. You know, he died in '97. You know, so I don't see, not in my lifetime, I don't see. It's too much divisiveness as far as the LGBTQ and the straight, because you got LGBTQ as Republicans and you got a lot of them as Democrats. That's just their differences of opinion. You know, I don't see them voting. I don't see them voting for a black woman for president no time soon.
How old are we? We all in our by the time we 60, it's 20 years from now. There'll be somebody running for president that we have no idea of right now.
Shakur said we already had a gay president, Obama.
That was funny. That was funny. But yeah,
that
I
was,
just see
that was
Karina
meant to
said they all
20,
gay.
30 years from now.
They all gay on the low.
Mm-hmm. You see that too. They'll be openly gay at the day.
This is America. This is America.
Druggies.
While we spending all this money and time and effort worrying about the illegal immigrants, these are American citizens right here. These are American citizens right here in Pennsylvania.
What state is that, B? God damn.
Pennsylvania, Pennsylvania. While we worried about illegal immigrants, these are Americans.
Yo, bro, you about to fall? You okay? Just making sure you
Yeah,
all
already
right, bro.
fell.
With your button there. You good, Brody? Sure you good. Hey, yo, my man, you all right? Yo, my man, you all right? Yo, my man. Just making sure you all right, bro. Hey, man, you all right?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
These are Americans.
OG, you good? OG, you good? OG. Got some snot on your nose.
These Americans. One block. That's one street. Oh, it's more. Yeah, these are Americans. Suleiman said, church goers after weed in church. They sleep before imagine weed. Kurt and Davon gonna be selling heroin out their church.
Oh no, I ain't. I
don't even do religion,
It's
so I
legal.
don't.
Heroin is legal.
I don't fuck with drugs.
Heroin is legal.
Where?
Percocets, oxycodone.
I wouldn't sell that shit to save my life.
That's more dangerous than selling actual heroin.
That's a good question. That's a good question, Dre. I don't know where they get money from to buy it. They must get a check every first of the month or something. Gotta be
Robbing, stealing, looting, sexing.
I promise
Typical
you,
criminal behavior.
And I know you probably said this before too, BJ and Devon. Back when I was in the street, I used to always wonder how these druggies live like this, but in the middle of the night can come with 2 or 3 crisp $20 bills. Where that money coming from? It looked like money that just taken out of the ATM machine. In the middle of the night, they can't even pay their light bill. They need a cigarette from you. But, you know, so those things are some of the most resourceful individuals I ever met. They come up with money out of nowhere.
Yeah. It ain't resourceful though, man. You can find ways to get money. You're willing to do it.
They find a way to stay alive.
Mm-hmm. It'd be real.
I gotta admit, I got a crickety crackhead brother, 70 years old. And he been doing it since the inception of that shit, back before Richard Pryor. But
What
he
shocked
always,
me,
they
yeah,
always seem to be able to come up with some kind of finance.
what shocked me more be the people who be hooked on crack now, like people who got hooked on crack in 2020 or something like that. Would be more shocking to me than
Yeah, my
anything.
brother been hooked on crack cocaine since the 70s. When they
Yeah,
was
that's different.
free, with ether. That I call them the real crickety crackhead, the Judge Mathis crackhead. It's terrible.
Yeah, yeah.
But you're not gonna stop the crackheads from existing if you don't stop the drugs from coming in. They ain't gonna stop on their own. You can forget that. It's some that is, but for the majority of them, drugs exist because of the demand for them. They ain't gonna just all of a sudden stop all of a sudden because they got a program and stop using drugs. But if there is none accessible to them, they don't have no other choice. So I say the drug problem is the drugs that's coming in here. Who's letting the drugs in here? Like, if I don't want a bad influence in my neighborhood, I'm gonna find a way to keep that out of my neighborhood.
Yeah.
How would you keep drugs out of your neighborhood?
Get the drug dealers, and I ain't talking about the street drug dealers because they getting it from somebody. Get the cartels. If that's how you want to stop the drugs, whoever is producing these drugs, make sure that shit don't come in, like you don't let immigrants in. Anything and everything that cross your borders, you got to check on it. You just ship 2 or 3 containers full of cocaine, 400-500 kilos, and you didn't check that container before it came in. Stop it. Stop it. You're not going to stop it by locking the people up that's using, because all they're going to do is get locked up, cost you more money, cost the taxpayer more money to house them in jail, and they're going to let them back out, and the drugs are still going to be there. If you get rid of the drugs, then they have nothing to go to. If you don't put no cheese down in the mouse trap, the mouse ain't got no reason to go to the trap. You get rid of the cheese. You got to, wherever it's coming from. Trust me, there's not making poppy seeds in Brooklyn. They ain't shipping hundreds of cocaine from Brooklyn to America because Brooklyn is already in America. Or St. Louis or Chicago. Stop it at the borders. Don't let that shit in.
You won't be able to stop drugs coming, making, selling, or getting hooked on it from the hospitals. That's a fact.
Mm-hmm.
Got to get the pharmaceutical companies too, Kurt. There's more people addicted to prescription drugs than illegal
Drugs and illegal drugs. Yeah.
I agree.
That's where it starts. That's where it starts. Stop these pharmaceutical companies from producing this, which hooks them, and then they go from one drug to the next one. Because remember when they went from cocaine and then I think they had some major drug busts, what they start doing? What's that stuff them white guys be smoking? They get it out of the
meth.
That crystal meth.
Meth.
And I'm finding out, like, what is that thing that's up under your car? They cut off that to get the
battery acid.
The battery acid from the outside.
That meth is heavy in Hawaii, huh?
Yeah.
The pharmaceuticals are sitting back with trillions. They got generational wealth forever because of the amount of drugs that they're producing, because they've created a demand. They created a platform, and they're going to go from one to the next. When they ain't got no crack, they're going to do heroin. They ain't got no heroin, they're going to stop it. But because the pharmaceuticals is one of the biggest lobbyists in America, They ain't trying to stop it, not from that end. They would prefer to try to stop it from locking the people up that's addicted. Why not give them some program and eliminate the drugs so when they finish the program, there is no avenue for drugs. Where else you clean the streets up of drugs? Because trust me, if it's a dude that's a plug, right, BJ, and say he getting his from the cartel, if he's unable to get it from the cartel, then he can't supply the people.
That's a fact, right? The biggest drug to mankind worldwide is white sugar. Facts.
Yeah. Yeah. That too. Gotta go.
Gotta go. Get rid of that shit. But it's hard to get rid of, the drugs because, like, Big Pharma is one of the largest lobbyists in America, in the world.
They get free drug shots with their Medicaid cards while people are complaining about a woman feeding her children with EBT. Who was complaining? America runs on drug money. Facts. America ain't getting rid of them drugs. So true. Sugar is killing more
And the
people than
guns.
drugs. Yeah. Sugar is the number one
And the guns.
killer. Sugar is the number one killer. Diabetes. Drugs are forever, Kurt. Sorry to tell y'all, starting with Tylenol. Drugs are forever, Kurt.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt. But you can regulate it to where, cocaine is not a legal drug. You could stop the production of whatever the chemical compound, wherever it's coming from. We don't want that kind of drug because we don't prescribe that. You start there. You get rid of them crackhead, the crackhead addiction. Yeah, you got to get rid of the addiction. These doctors will prescribe you a drug for almost everything. You probably would never stop Big Pharma. They just paid out billions of dollars because they hooked a lot of people on that Percocet stuff. That was like me giving somebody $1.
Exactly. Yeah, and they're not getting rid of the guns either.
And they ain't gonna get rid of the guns.
Rid of the guns or the drugs.
Yeah. You and Davon trying to fight a big fight, guns and drugs.
Them are the two largest lobbyists in the world. They got more money than all of them. They the ones that make billionaires.
Okay.
But they always say addiction is a sickness, right? So you want to lock the people up that's sick and not the people that made them sick.
Who made them sick?
The drug companies. They put that shit in the community.
We blaming everyone beside the person who made the choice to take the drug is even crazier.
I agree that I agree on that one because doing drugs is a choice. You got a choice.
I agree. They took the drugs away from them dudes in prison. They started smoking roach spray.
The white boy, years ago when I was real young, my mama tried to send me to Job Corps. So it wasn't no weed. The white boy would put Tulio glue in a paper bag and sniff that shit and be bizarre like a motherfucker.
I honestly never did none of that stuff. I ain't never tried to experiment with anything.
None of that.
If it ain't weed, I ain't never
encourage marriage
think about
and
it.
thus get women off the
I'm
welfare
allergic to
rolls.
morphine.
But the investigation of a woman's eligibility for ADC discourages the beginning of any relationship with a man.
Oh, you can't have a boyfriend. We don't allow that. And I wanted to know why. And she said, because it doesn't look right, with the kids. And so I said, I still don't see why they have anything to do with me with a boyfriend. And she said, well, you'll have to get rid of him. Well, we doesn't lie the ADC mothers with boyfriend. And I couldn't understand that. So she left. When she left, well, then she come back to tell me that my case was denied. This is what happened. She come back to tell me that they had denied me, that I could not get on the aid.
Brenda is 19, unmarried, and she has just had a baby. She's learning to care for him on her own. She's trying to get a job to support him, and she lives with her aunt, who has 5 children of her own. Money was the reason she decided not to marry Kenneth, the father of her child.
I mean, I would have married him, while I was carrying the baby, but he had no job and couldn't support us, and his sister getting married. When his sister getting married, so I said, wait. So after he started working, work more than he been working, then I married him. And I think he's able to take care of 2.
Not necessarily. Many of the girls who go on welfare never graduate from high school. A girl who gets pregnant in most high schools is automatically expelled. Usually she doesn't come back. She's on her way to a lifetime of dependence on welfare. The Webster School in Washington, D.C. is a high school for pregnant girls. A psychotherapy session is a weekly part of the curriculum. The Schiller is a clinical psychologist. She directs the conversation toward future plans and prospects.
Well, I've got a job. I'm going for an interview today. And I filed for support from the father in the court. And it should be coming through by the time I get back in school in September. Grandmother told me from the beginning, you may not bring this baby into my house. Now, she has responsibility for me until I'm 18 years old. I talked to my social worker here at school, and I have talked to people down at child welfare. And it's being made possible right now for my baby's born in September for me to put that child in a foster home.
Boy.
That's crazy. See, I always thought that the start of welfare originally, was designed for the World War II women. They men was going off to war, but a disproportionate of black got on it. I could remember days where when my mother decided she was going to try to do welfare, even though my father was from the military and all that, like when the caseworkers used to come to the house, we used to have to try to hide our toaster oven in the wall. The man couldn't be in the house. So they tore the black family apart.
They want you to be poor with a bunch of kids.
They want the man out of the household.
Yeah.
Because the man normally brought stability to the household back in the 50s and 60s. The whole of the family. So when they instituted the whole welfare system, it tore the black family apart because it put the black man out. The woman had to do it on her own. And that's why you got most of these women that act so masculine. I could do it for myself. And I got to admit, it's like the generation right after me, they dropped the ball. They figured if they can't be with the woman, they walk away from their kids.
Nah, your generation too.
Yours
well,
too.
Yeah, a lot of mine and a lot of
16
mine
different
too.
households. Y'all got kids in every state.
See, every child that I had was by a woman I was married to.
Black women are the most educated people in America by degree, associates, bachelor's, and graduate degree. That's what I heard. That's what I hear.
Yeah.
Hey, did y'all hear this? We got about 2 more. We got 3 more minutes. Did y'all hear this joint? This joint hard. Did y'all hear this?
I think I know what this is about to play.
This Charlie Kirk song. This joint actually hard though. Cross. You supposed to do this joint right here.
We won an election. We are going to remain peaceful while the left promotes violence. We are going to be the peace because, as Christ our Lord said, blessed are the peacemakers, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven.
Charlie! 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 Give me your heart to be bold for the truth lie. Charlie! Charlie!
Hey, I'm up, BJ, with that one. I ain't celebrating.
All right.
This ain't right and black. This ain't right and left. This is good and pure evil. This is life and death. Heard the arguments they make, so I watched in context. Couldn't disprove the truth, so you put a bullet in his neck. Some believe the allegation, so innocent blood was celebrated. How the hell you right with God with a heart filled with that kind of hatred? The line has been crossed, now there's an uprising in the nations. I still can't believe this is the man they accused of being racist. The truth you tried to silence, but you only amplified it. The seed must go in the ground and die, then God can multiply it. And we don't gotta fire back, your plan already backfired. We've reached the turning point, now the flame on our heart has been ignited. Charlie! 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 Give me your heart to be bold for the truth lie. Charlie! 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 If it costs my life, I'ma stand for what's right. Satan is the stealer, but Jesus is the healer. And though I know it's hard, God, please forgive the killer. It's the weakness in people, but we can't return to evil. The greatest payback is to finish waking up the people. Shut up, Whoopi, shut up, Sonny. Propaganda puppets, we not dummies. You provided stones that cause death. Now don't try to hide your hand from me. You result to violence. You incite the riots. Kill, steal, and destroy. I know who you are on sides with. We will not be silent. The righteous are as bold as lions. If God is with us, who can be against us? This is the uprising.
They killed Charlie because he preached a message of patriotism, faith, and God's mercy. If you thought that my husband...
I think it's hard. What y'all think?
I think it's
It wasn't bad. It was a
ain't
nice
like
produced
Track
song. The
hard
point was
though.
cool. It was
Track hard, Dre.
The
I ain't
track
gonna say
hard.
it ain't nothing I would do, but it's hard. I ain't gonna deny the
It's
nigga
hard.
lyrics.
Mm-hmm. He
I
went
can't
hard
deny
on
the
it.
nigga lyrics. That's too
He
much.
stayed on topic. He did.
That's too much.
It's hard though.
Nah, not feeling it. She kind of laughing. Yo, I ain't mad at it. I ain't mad at it.
No, it was decent.
I ain't mad at it.
Hey, Dave, who that little baby you got? Hey, who that little baby you got with you there?
I didn't even see
My
you.
daughter.
Hey, girlie. Hey, that mama.
What's up? You missing me?
She looking dead at you, talking about, who the hell is that?
Holding her head up now.
Mm-hmm. She doing all that.
How many kids you got?
That's
How many
Felicia
kids you got?
That's Felicia and Davon, Miss Williams and Davon, baby.
Mm-hmm.
How many kids you got, Davon?
I got
Pretty
2
little
from
girl.
scratch, but I got a bunch of kids.
Brown girl, brown skin girl.
Mm-hmm.
What's her name?
Hey.
What's her name, Davon?
Ilana
Precious baby.
J. Cox.
I still remember. BJ, I still remember when Eli was little. He was such an attentive little fella. We played chess. He sit there and be watching like a mother. Do he play chess?
Yeah, he played, but not like I play. No problem, Felicia. Beautiful baby. Good job, Mom. Good job, Mom. Shit, y'all got anything else? We about to get up off this joint.
Yeah, I'm about to make me something to eat. Eyes are hungry.
My eyes are burning.
Yeah, I gotta get on. I gotta get on this 10 machine. I gotta have another procedure next week. So I don't know.
They still cutting on you?
Yeah, they might have to fuse my spinal cord.
Oh, I ain't letting nobody touch my spinal cord.
I ain't got no choice. I can't hardly stand up straight.
Oh yeah. You gotta be Dr. Ben Carson for me, man.
Oh no, I wish that nigga wouldn't get nowhere near the hospital that I'm in. Oh, ooh.
Thank you, Ma. Thank you so much.
Why
Thank you,
why you
man.
wouldn't let Dr. Ben Carson get
We want to say thank you.
STIs?
I don't
Thank you.
trust I don't trust him. I mean, that's my preference. I don't trust him.
You don't trust Dr. Ben Carson?
I've never heard of him doing surgery on spinal cord.
That man can do that. That man did
Thank
brain
you, Miss
surgery.
Foster.
He's a brain
The
surgeon.
brain, it's a
Okay, thank
reason
you,
why
man.
they have brain surgeons, they have back surgeons, they have heart
That's true.
surgeons.
That's true.
I'm only going with the specialists that my lawyers are
I'm sure
sending
he
me
could
to.
do that too, though. The spinal cord is connected to the brain. I'm sure he could
I
do that.
ain't I ain't about to pay him a dime. I'm good. I'm good with the and see the dude that's doing my procedures now, the white dude retired. And it's a young black surgeon. And he's pretty good, you know what I'm saying? The
I ain't
last
letting
one
I ain't letting no DEI doctors work on me.
well, they might feel that same way.
Kurt
They might feel
got a DEI surgeon.
hey,
You gonna have
hey,
to walk in there and see if he know how to
hey,
do what he do for
BJ,
real, man.
what's really funny is you a DEI truck driver.
That's impossible. You gotta pass the test.
And so does the surgeon who got his own business. He had to do them tests. He had to know what he do. And I promise you, the way he run that little needle into my spinal cord, I didn't feel it. With that white dude, I don't know if he was just trying to create some pain. I used to call them nurse pain.
That white dude was trying to paralyze you.
But I mean, he did a good job. The old white dude, he did what he was supposed to do. It just he had already told me that when you burn the nerve endings in your spinal cord, after 6 months to a year, they grow back. They're like a root. They're like a root of a tree. They'll grow back. And I'll start having that pain because that nerve was pinched in between the two vertebrae. So they have to go in and do it again. But this last dude, when he stuck me with it, I ain't even feel it. But it's starting to come back where I got to put myself on a 10 machine almost every night. See this? It's a 10 machine. It's like it's almost like a bone stimulator. You put it on like a heart monitor, and you got different settings. You got a setting for the waist, the shoulder, the joint, the hand or the leg, repeat, the sole of your feet. You got a massage setting, a beat, and a needle. You know what I'm
Kurt,
saying? It's like,
they got you moving around mechanically with a remote control, Kurt.
hey, I'm on that thing like Bruce Lee was. Remember, he was making his muscles do that. It's like, and it worked. It almost massages you all the way down to the bone structure. It works. It's good, but it doesn't solve the problem. It just alleviate some of the pain for the minute until they can go in and put the stuff that burns.
You gotta go see the Wizard of Oz, Tin Man.
I'm the $1 million man. They put me back together. Hey, I got metal wire in my jaw from when I got shot in the military. I got metal titanium pins in my elbow because it got shot off. I had my foot crushed off. Hey, and I'm still here.
I remember when
you
your
was
foot got
target.
crushed.
You was target practice, Kurt.
Hey, no, I was just out there,
I remember when your foot got crushed.
You can't stop me from continuing to do and with all of them disabilities, guess what? I still took my ass to work and took care of my family.
You're a real
BJ can attest to that. I used to be out there playing handball and flag ball with BJ and was hurting like a mug, but I'm gonna compete.
He almost died on that football field.
Hey, That was that weed I was smoking that you gave me, and them cigarettes.
They go to weed again. They go to weed. But y'all want church selling weed. Y'all want
Not
the
only
church
that,
selling weed.
listen, Dave.
I'm out of here.
I was in my 50s, and he was in his 20s, and I'm trying to run up and down this damn thing with look, let me just be a blocker. I guarantee you, when I was blocking, remember when I was blocking, didn't nobody get past me, did they? Hell no,
Remember
because I
when
competed.
you remember Day lost his tooth?
Who?
BJ playing football?
No.
Yeah, it ran into the Spanish nigga.
Hey, but when I played,
I kind of remember.
Hey, Davon, he told me, he seen me over there trying to catch my breath. I felt like I was going to die. He was like, I tell you what, you just block. And didn't nobody get past me. I don't care how big you is. My footwork is outstanding. I'm going to keep your ass off of. Throw the ball. Don't be holding the ball. Throw it.
Thanks for your service, Kurt. Mimi.
Yeah, whatever.
All right, y'all, I'm out of here. Good night, my boy.
Auntie, that nigga dropped out, man. Good night, Davon. That nigga dropped out.
All right, Davon. Peace out, bro, man. Bye, baby. Bye, little baby.
Will, everybody told you good night, Will. Everybody told you good night. Oh, that might
he ain't went to sleep yet. Dude. He just can't let go, can he, BJ? He in the closet over there trying to stay online. Close your eyes, bro. Oh, bro. Oh.
All right, everybody. Appreciate y'all tuning in with us, man. Hopefully these dudes have more energy next time, man. These dudes was dry.
Who said that?
It's the weed, man. Thank you, Auntie.
Man, don't quit knocking.
Peace, peace, Suleiman. Peace, Shekinah. Peace, Felicia. Peace, Adrian. Peace, Karina. Good night. Good night, Shekinah.
Hey, bro.
What's up?
You need to quit trying to bash my weed, bro. You met me here, and I'm still here. I'm staying true to me.
You're not a pastor, man. You can smoke your life away.
Hey, I didn't live my life. You know what I'm saying? I just tell you, young buck, make it to where I'm at. Then talk to me.
Yeah, we talking about the pastor in the church, man. You can smoke weed if you want.
I know. I'm just messing with you, holding the last few conversations until you get ready to click off.
I ain't got no problem with y'all smoking y'all weed, man. I'll talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to bed.
Hey, when Tank's supposed to fight?
I don't know.
That shit is garbage.
I'll know Sunday.
Yeah, I think that shit is garbage.
All right, man. We out.
Yep.
I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. What up? When I was a little boy, I put my hood on my back. All eyes on me and nobody cut me no slack. While bowling up and down, that cold money was all I thought. And daddy was selling drugs, so it made me say fuck sports. Him teaching me the game, felt like he was passing the torch. In front of projects, I jumped off the stoop, not a port. My OGs was my idols, not no Meech or Rick Ross. And remember, to be a boss, life was always the cause. I carry Christ on my back, that's why they call me the cross. And whenever shit was rough, I just hustle and stay my course. And every time I pull myself back on my feet, digging my cleats, every step I take, rip up the streets. A gun in a vest, some money and weed is all I need. When I hit the block, my mama started losing her sleep. To love a nigga like me is really not for the weak. I became a villain after that 100 bullets ate up my Uncle G. I was a bad son, now I'm a good dad. I'm hands-on, my kids ain't raised by no iPad. I show up every day, if you a man, try that. Can't call yourself a man if you make a child and deny that.